Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another week of Gaming with Battle Cattle. I'm Mr. Stephen, and we are playing Satisfactory tonight. Streaming with me, as always, is Vimus. You can go and see him on the multi-Twitch link that I have now put in chat. Don't forget, if you do that, then only select one audio option, otherwise your ears will bleed, and that's not our fault. No. Also, if you want to see what's going on, you can in our general lives, you can go and join us on Discord. The link for that is also in the chat right now. But we are in Satisfactory, and we start today by trying to figure out the size of Ari's hard drive in his computer so he can buy a new one. That's the first thing that we're doing today.
Yeah, we're going to build a mock-up of his laptop
not
here in the game.
related. Yeah, we have. I've got a bit of news, but I'll let slip later on. Yes. Yeah, we've got a general building of stuff to do. So without further ado, here is the game. Let's get started. So, have you got the specs up?
I haven't found them yet.
You haven't found
I had
them
a quick
yet?
look.
I was looking for.
I almost found them, but there was a problem.
Oh.
The problem was the manufacturer of said laptop.
Right.
Who on the specification page for their machine listed everything that we don't need. Not another thing we got.
Who is the manufacturer of your laptop? Is it a famous source brand?
Oh,
yes, it is. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
It is particularly galling to know that such a big manufacturer can fail to put the base specs for stuff on the machine. They went, you can have an SSD.
Yes.
And then
they just not tell you what sort.
1 terabyte of that.
Oh well, no. In the book that I found, funnily enough, it's half terabyte. So that's even better.
What?
But
are you sure you're in the right
device?
Right book?
Possibly. What I'm going to do though,
they've made a new computer, because this isn't an old computer by any stretch of the imagination.
It's 2.5 years old. Yeah.
It's PCI free, so yeah, that might be right.
Well, that's the fun part. On the main
fair
specification
enough.
for the machine, it says you can have a hard drive of no more than half a terabyte, an SSD of no. It's an M2. It doesn't tell you how long the M2 can be or how fast it's allowed to go.
Already got
So.
that document.
But you've already got a hard drive in there. So if you match the hard drive that you've got, then that should be all right. It's just we still need the length, because that makes a difference.
Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Dave
Trying to
subbed.
do it without opening the
Thank you,
computer up
Dave.
again,
Thank you.
Oh,
You might be able to find out the device name.
Thank you,
or
Dave. 24 months.
Like model number of the hard drive on your PC
I can tell you the answer right now.
in Device Manager.
It's a 2280 is the maximum size of your physical length drive. I can tell you that because I've looked at the picture in the manual, the pull apart manual, and that's the size of a 2280.
It tells you what it is. Okay.
No, it doesn't tell you. It just I know how long a 2280 is.
They don't even show a picture of it with the label on it that tells you on the label.
No, what they do is very clever. They only give you part numbers for the bits they will fit if you ask them to.
Oh, I see.
What page is this on?
32.
Page 32. Okay.
But then you can look up that part number and get the specs of that part.
Page 32 by the PDF or page 32 by the
PDF. Forget actually on the sheet of paper. That's the thing. Sorry.
It says that. Yeah, because.
Time flies when you're watching entertaining streams, Dave. That's very generous of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Okay.
You should see a picture that says 1 and 2. I would show people on the stream, but well, actually, I probably. You know what? I did this the other day. That one.
Oh, so if I search
Not that one.
part number.
Not that one.
That
But I don't
part
give you that
number,
now.
you can get the
Can't see
specs
what's
of that part number.
Well, that's the wrong thing. Don't worry, that was the wrong thing I was showing you there, but that's fine. We can live with that. Yeah. So that should help.
God only knows.
But I can physically.
Screenception then.
I know there's a. Yeah, it was screenception. Yes, it was very much so. Yeah. Oh, actually, that's a good point. That was infinite screening.
You know,
screening.
I think
Now.
XSplit has this function, and I know OBS does, that you can. There's a tick box where if OBS is open or if XSplit is open on the screen that you're sharing, it won't show the thing.
Well, what I did was I showed my one web page, but it's the wrong web page.
Oh, I see. Right.
You showed his dashboard.
It's
showed-
good.
yeah, show me
it's
actually,
good that the level of incompetence in these streams hasn't changed
it's
at all.
nothing.
We're still just as incompetent as we always have been.
Yeah.
Welcome
So
to Battle Cattle.
In game,
Yes.
I'm going to quickly show you something because I'm not sure if we've seen this or not. So I'll quickly show you anyway before we crack on. So if we go towards the across towards the rail, the train just disappeared over here.
There's a bit of lag there.
Yeah, there's a bit of lag. So off in the distance, we can see our new factories we've been building.
Yes.
Which are over there, which is lovely. If you go along the storage, across the railway line.
Along the storage?
I think you may have seen this at the end of last stream, which is or the beginning of it. Underneath us now is the Willowin Bridge of Doom.
Yes, the Bridge of yes.
Carrying parts across, which has been styled out at that end.
Mm-hmm.
If you turn around and look the other side of this and go to the other side where it goes, towards our other factories, the copper producing stuff and all that kind of goes over there. I'm going to fly over here. We're going to spend a little. You'll notice that it's changed at the other end. It's got a roof at the other end and stuff.
At the other end, yes.
And if you come along to that piece of thing. Oh, I need to press the speed button. There we go. That's better. Let's fly along here. You'll notice if you come underneath it, or to the right, to the left of it. Sorry, this thing's changing slightly.
Have some dimensions.
Oh, hello.
Congratulations.
It is 80.15 millimeters long.
There you are.
There you go.
Hence the 2280.
We've successfully searched.
We have.
Oh, is that what 2280 means?
Yeah, I think so.
22 by
22 and
it's
oh,
22 millimeters
80.
by 80 millimeters.
There you go.
Speaking,
the original
this
size
is great.
M2.
This is.
So basically, what I've done
fantastic.
here, or what Willow and I did, was we turned the 18 runs that were coming across the bridge.
Yeah.
Through 90 degrees, and actually, it was a bit of a challenge to get it turned. It has to be said.
But
the reality
done,
of this,
it looks like you've done a really good job of it.
The reality is, we only need two things off this whole thing over here, which is the rubber.
Why have we got? Are we above radiation? We are.
There's a lump of
radiation.
Uranium here.
Yeah, which I'm not picking up because I want to carry it.
Suddenly, I got a beep. The little thingy that went off, and I just wanted
to worrying, because I've only got like 9 filters left for that.
I've got 14. It takes ages for this one to get through.
Oh, it's because I gave them all to Firemus. That's
yes.
Ari at one point.
Exactly right.
We gave a load to Ari a couple of weeks ago, didn't we?
I was.
This is true.
Trying and dying.
Now, what I was going to say is that at some point, we need to connect the Caterium and the rubber on here into the factories that are located a bit further along.
Okay.
And then we can cut them off the other line and tidy it up. But we don't need to do that tonight. We're going to build some factories instead. But I wanted to show you because it's been done.
Proceed with harvest
it's kind of a weird use of beveled edges.
It's looking good.
There's a big hole in the side as we get in, and there's a sort of attempt at a roof and stuff. So I don't know where it's going to go.
So this is.
Yeah,
it's all. I mean, I like the kind of industrial nature of all of it. So.
It's a bit mad in here. It looks really neat.
It does look really, really neat.
Trust me, it wasn't really neat at the start. Working out, and actually I've done them in reverse order. You notice that they concertina one way and then concertina the other. They kind of go.
Yeah, sure.
But it kind of worked out. It's fine.
No, it's fine. It's good.
It's all right. But anyhow, we'll come back to that another point in time.
Nice.
When we actually need to use it. So we need to fly back.
So all this talk about hard drives, I actually had my own hard drive revelation a couple of days ago.
Oh, really?
Where, I'd been having this problem where some of my hard drives were cut out, and I just thought I'm using too many USB drives all at once.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Turns out there was some power problems with a couple of the hard drives. Some of the power units had failed. And because it was clicking in and out, there's some reason the computer didn't like it. And now I've fixed that. It seems to be fine. So
yay!
I've solved the problem.
That's excellent.
And
Less
I did
broken
that.
Stuff.
I did that an hour before I had a client meeting as well. So
oh, nice. I like
crawling around on my hands and knees under the desk trying to refit all the hard drives before I had to get on.
That's not unreasonable. That's very good. Well, at least it's fixing it.
Yeah. I'm pretty pleased with myself. I don't know. Right. I shouldn't be. I just plugged something in. That's not something.
No, that's good. It's good. Now,
so I'm seeing here. We've got some things are on and some things aren't on yet, and we haven't finished building this, have we? Because we started last week, and there was a crash, and there was a crash, and we had to rebuild. A bit more.
We were going to build. Yeah. So we need 16 of these.
Yeah.
And in the end,
8.
So the question was,
we've done half so far.
We've done 8. So the question was, originally before it crashed, we'd gone out wide, but the question was, should we just go up?
Should we go up instead? Yeah, okay.
So
I
it's
think
up to you.
Up might be a good idea.
Okay.
I'm saying that now because I haven't thought it through.
Perfect.
But that's
how we do these things.
That's how we do these things, as you said.
Let's get some height on this building then. Get some height on this bad boy. Dave says Serpentini is greater than all other pasta types. Serpentini.
Okay.
I've never heard of it.
I don't think I've had it.
What's going on here? Why have I changed the other wall type? No. What's the button to change the back? E. Right. Okay.
Yes. E.
Okay. I've never done that before. That was scary. I think we're 4 walls high. Looks like.
I don't know what that. 1, 2.
Is that about right?
You see the stuff that went on with Formula E this week?
No, what happened with Formula E?
What's gone on there?
Well, they sacked their commentator last week.
Oh, yeah, he said something to some lady and it was inappropriate, apparently. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I've not seen what he said, which is probably a good thing, to be honest. But yeah, not good. It's a great
He's also BBC's F1 commentator as well.
Yeah, that's a bit of an issue.
Or maybe BBC's F-off commentator.
But he's not anymore. I think it's the right thing to say about that, yeah.
Yeah, it's all changed because he'd gone. Vernon Kay left as well.
Hey, did he?
He's gone to radio, hasn't he?
Oh,
he's
I didn't know
taken over
that.
a radio show.
Oh, well.
Yeah, he's on Radio 2.
Steroids?
Yeah, Radio 2, I believe.
Steroids, nice.
So yeah, he's left Formula E for Radio 2.
Oh, I need some more concrete. That's a good start to the stream.
I'll do that bit.
I'm going out for a walk. I need some time.
One of the drivers quit.
Okay.
What? Why did they quit?
There's a mutual agreement with the team, but they left the team.
They're a bit shit then.
Midway through the
They weren't happy with how the team was performing.
All right, that's fair enough.
So the team was a bit shit then.
Yeah.
And one of the other drivers was missing because he's doing Le Mans next week.
Right. Okay.
You see, in the Formula 4 racing, which I watch, I'm used to drivers missing races because they've got GCSEs.
Yeah, I know.
Oh wow.
Exactly right. I'm going to take this at one more level because frankly, it's a bit too tight to do the belts downstairs, and we got space.
Cool. Fair enough.
Is that all right?
Yeah. You get on with what you need to do.
In fact, one of the people doing the live videos.
Yeah.
Was one of the reserve drivers for one of the teams.
Oh right, is he now driving? He's not actually driving.
He's not driving. He's presenting the Channel 4's show.
God. Jesus. No bloody. Is it Whisper that are doing Channel 4 show like they do the F1?
I don't know.
That's Jake Humphreys and Dave Coulthard's.
No, it's not. It's not Jake Humphreys doing the show.
No, he doesn't do the show, but he owns the company.
Alright, I don't know.
Because Whisper was the company that he and David Coulthard set up after he left Formula One commentating, so to provide Channel to make it work, because that was when they were in real trouble about not keeping the F1. So they proposed it and got the bid. I think it gives us a bit more space to work with, having a bit more room. For once, I don't care about how vertically high we end up.
But yeah, it's only shown on the Channel 4 Sports YouTube channel.
Right, okay, that makes sense. Now, one of the suggestions we had, I'm going to finish the floor off in a second, from... I've forgotten his name! Our greatest Satisfactory viewer.
From Ramrod.
That'd be the one. Thank you very much indeed, Ramrod. Sorry, Ramrod, I do apologise. It was that rather than running stuff in to 2 levels, run it along one, and then just send it up to the second one off the end of it in one continuous line. Because normally we split it, don't we?
We do, but yes, that might be.
Whether or not this is set up in a circular motion. This one, so it'll be a loop back. Oh god, it will be a loop back, won't it? This is going to be interesting. You mentioned Serpentini. There's going to be a serpentine belt system, I think. Have a look underneath.
I can't get out of my head that Serpentini is a swimsuit for a snake.
It's a drink as well.
Not wrong.
God, it's hot this week, hasn't it? Hasn't it been? It's great weather this week. It's been really gorgeous, lovely,
Yep.
nice, warm. Not too hot, but nice and warm, and you can sit outside. But it's been comfortable. But when you're sat in front of a computer for several hours a day, God,
Yeah.
it's hot, isn't it?
I have employed the use of the Con Air.
Right.
using-
I've not gone that far yet.
Oh dear. Yeah, Connor.
I've got to.
Is that where you get
Cage
Nicolas
looking after
Cage
me.
to come in and
Yeah.
just fan you in that?
No, he just blows on you. It's so powerful.
It was a new budget airline.
That'd be Ryanair. That's their other name, isn't it, Con Air?
Connor is Ryanair, yeah. And
I was thinking more Wizz Air, but yeah.
That's fair enough.
Another unusual thing that happened in Formula E.
Yes.
yeah.
The pole sitter won the race.
Oh.
No.
That hasn't happened for 14 races. So
And did they spend
into
the
last
entire
season-
time dicking around, trying not to be first?
Because
that's one of the most annoying things about
No,
Formula
the
E.
races weren't like that. Like yesterday's race, the front
The
two.
race.
There was like 9 seconds between first and third.
That's a lot for a Formula E race.
So yeah, first and second were going really far ahead, and everyone else just stayed back.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's weird because people that qualified first, second, and third actually came first, second, and third.
Ooh. Now we've got an
Interesting.
interesting choice here.
So there is a question.
There is a question. Okay, what is the question?
The amount of, because we were saying, should we put this on a loop?
Yeah.
The amount of stuff we've
I
got
know
going
what
on into here, is it
Yeah.
more than a belt?
No.
So we've only got, what is it, 780 in total
I said that out loud,
per
didn't I?
item. Yeah, you did. Yeah. Yeah,
No,
it's
it's
too late.
750.
It's on the record now.
750. I may be wrong.
The amount of quick is
I think-
90 per machine.
Didn't no, it's not that. It's we said we were going to put. We've got 5 possible belts.
Yeah.
And making high-speed connectors. Because the other one's making
Yeah.
AI limiters, aren't we? So it's 2 belts coming in, isn't it? We chose to do 2 belts. 'Cause we're
We
going to do
chose
2
to
for
do
AI
2
limiters,
belts.
2 for the
Mhm.
high-speed connectors, and 1 spare.
Weren't we going to go out further than this? Or are you
That's
just
Yeah,
on the
we've
second
decided
floor
to
now?
go up. That's
Let's go up.
Right.
Because then we can, in that space,
It will
we can put
screw
them,
us
there'll
up
be plenty-
at some point, somewhere
yes,
along the line, but it'll be
definitely.
fine.
It'll be all right.
But
so
yeah,
that
it
would-
should be 2
2.
belts.
Which is good because it means we can copy this floor upstairs.
Belt per floor. Yeah, that makes sense.
So we don't actually need... Good. So that means I can do what I'm about to do, which is belt these other big things together. That's fantastic.
'Cause it's
Dear
90
Coffee
time.
State, please can we
Yeah.
have a copy and paste function?
Well, that's function-wise. Well, you copy and paste
Yeah,
recipes.
I know,
720.
I know.
Copy and paste function. Well, that's the blueprint.
No, for the whole thing. We copy it corner to corner and just paste. That would be
Yes. That is how it needs to
Like-
work.
like
is
World
what
Edit
people
works.
Wanted with like
Yeah.
a bigger blue. That's basically a bigger blueprint.
a bigger blueprint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Actually, that would be really fun if you had a
Auto-save.
small blueprinter to start off with, and as you progress through the thing,
Yeah.
the blueprinter gets bigger and bigger and bigger until you're at our level where we've done everything, and then you've got
Blueprintception.
See, I
you
think
could
that's what the
maybe
copy
chain
and paste tool
blueprints
does
together.
in Minecraft, but we've never actually worked out using it.
No.
Yeah.
Well, World Edit will do that if you know how to
yeah.
use it.
Yeah, but there's modded versions.
The modded versions,
Well, I
there's
wanna
a
get
copy
this.
gadget, isn't there, that we've never played with.
Hmm.
Bottom. Where's the bottom? That's the bottom
Where's
one.
the bottom?
Where is the arse of Beelzebub?
Yeah.
Um,
I had a little bit of thought about fixing that auto for tomorrow. I've got a slightly different plan.
Oh, cool. All right.
Is a
Okay.
plan?
Well, we were going to swap out speed for
Think-
sacrificing.
Yes.
Oh yes, yes.
I'm wondering if we can replace some of the capacity with sacrificing.
So we still get the speed, you mean?
So we still keep the speed, but we have basically
we need
don't
some
need the
speed, but we-
capacity if we're instantly using it.
Yeah, of course. No, of course.
So, yeah, if we increase the sacrificing to fill it up quicker and reduce the capacity of it, it should.
All right.
still
Yeah,
get
that
working.
sounds good. We'll give it a
At
go
that
and see what
speed.
happens. Yeah.
Now,
it's
the
gonna be
thing
a bit
that,
of
It's all
trial
very
and error,
exciting.
but-
one of the things in update 8 I want right now, which I can't have, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
This is the thing where you can, you know, where if you're going to do a belt
Oh,
that
yes.
requires a pole,
Yeah.
Who knows? They could announce it like tomorrow if they're going on.
they
Data.
have mentioned these things, yeah.
It's entirely
True.
possible.
You know, there is a live stream tomorrow for it, so.
Oh, blimey.
But that could be anything.
Well, yeah, it's every Tuesday they do a live stream, so.
Let me just see if I can get that to the right height. No, I can't, because that is
Yeah, so you didn't finish
exactly
saying
balls.
what it was, but in the new version of Satisfactory, you'll be able to place something that doesn't
Even if it
actually
says red.
fit in a place, and
Yeah.
then put it into a position where it can be before pressing
Ah,
the
you
button,
got that
which
one.
is going to be that'd be really useful.
Yeah, but it only judges your positioning on the second click, not the first click.
Yeah, which
makes
is
sense.
it is a problem. It's something that
Very annoying.
I just want to
isn't.
play around with the new power lines.
Yeah,
You want
those look
new
good.
power.
Those look good.
Right. okay,
Suddenly
I'm
we'll be
going
zip
to-
wiring all over the place as well,
Yeah.
won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the zip wire, all the time.
We
Um,
get, I wonder
I might
if
use a wall
colliding
here.
with a player stops you, or if you just go through the player.
Do you think you might get knocked off like you do on the,
Go do
the
that.
others?
Or will we have to have like a left-hand drive system? Have to use
We
the
might
left-hand
have to.
cable?
Yeah, always go left. That's the rule.
Go left. Much as I've got one in, it looks gorgeous. I can't. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to do something else here. I would
Got
use
one in that looks gorgeous.
I like the belt that's gone in, but
Oh,
I'm
I
not going to
see.
use it because.
You've got a better
Um,
idea.
No, it's not so much a better idea. It's necessary.
You got an idea.
I have an idea, which is never a good thing. I'm going to use the walls instead. Now, that might seem a bit strange, especially as I put it in the wrong fucking place. Because when I
strange.
built this, I built them not a full step, only a half step higher than each other.
Oh, I see.
So I need to use either a pillar or a wall, and
Or a
I've
wall,
given up
yeah.
using bloody pillars. They're a pain in the ass.
Yes, it's because they're not the same. That's the. Only
They don't do. Yeah, they're not quite. I think it's actually going to be there. so.
It's really annoying that they're just that little bit out, but it's enough out to make a difference.
Just enough out to make me go.
It's like a step out. It's not a whole
Yeah,
blob out, but it's a step out.
that's why Jace left. Sorry.
It's a little bit harsh.
Well, Jace left because he was so annoyed about the one tiny thing. No. Actually, no, I don't have to do it that way, do I? I can just go up to the wall and it'll do it for me now.
What's the video this week?
I don't think I,
I
saw the
haven't
video this
actually.
week.
No. I've been watching them a lot recently, but no, I haven't watched that one.
They did an interview with one of the developers,
Oh,
That's
okay.
right. Because Jason been doing that for ages, or they've been talking about doing it for a while.
but the developer had
Up a
been
bit,
with
that's it.
Coffee Stain a long while, like since Sanctum 2.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, wow.
No, that's a bit of time.
So he's done Sanctum 2, Goat Simulator, and Satisfactory.
Oh wow. So he knows. He's been on the journey. He's got. Oh god, he's been on the journey. He's part of one. He's the meme. What have you done? I journeyed through this one. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
I have a story to tell. Like in all the You've Got Talent shows and stuff like that.
Let's see who won Britain's Got Talent.
I saw who won it. I don't know anything about them.
What won Britain's Got Talent?
A comedian this time.
Right.
High-vis guy.
Okay. High Vis. I don't even watch it, so I don't know who any of these people are. That's
It's a character that done by a dude.
His first act was just him dancing around the stage with a high-vis on.
okay.
Simon,
And that's
Simon Cowell-
I
one-
forget. We vote for this, don't we? Yeah. good point.
Britain's
Simon
Got
Cowell
Talent.
hated the act, but
Yeah, I can see why.
And we're going to go see it on the Raw Variety Show. Yay. Because that's the prize, isn't it?
Honestly, it's all gone downhill since Liz died.
Dancing in a high vis just became a running thing through every one of his acts that you did.
This needs to come out, doesn't it? This one here.
Yes, please. I think I've got this right. I'm just so the low one.
So that one's going.
That will send all overflow.
Right, let's see if they actually line up correctly.
So that one's going there, yeah?
That look good?
No. A little bit out.
Okay, no, that's good. I need to know that so I can line it up properly. Okay, so let's put it back in again then. About. Do you want more across?
Maybe 2.
Try 1.
I think
All right,
one's going to be a little bit too much.
Tell you what, put the belt in and then we'll see. And
I'll tell you what. If you get rid of that,
what was our explosive factory isn't here anymore?
I can do that.
There's just an empty container
done.
here.
It's done. That was it. You had it.
That's it. That is it.
That is it. Which means the bottom one I need to move.
There were some explosives over here, but they're not here anymore.
Powder. That
1 second. That's that one there.
Overflow.
I believe the Nobelisks were in this container, but we don't have any left. So
I'm porting Novelist out.
You got it? What am I doing that for? Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Hang on.
You got it.
Oh yeah, right. You're in. Sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. There you go.
That's it. You got it. That's that level, and the other one goes around there.
Around the corner.
It does. Please be right.
Hey, looks right. That
we have
right.
turbo fuel.
Excellent. So that's,
that's nice and neat. We don't always do that. Not first time, anyway.
No. Normally I would have brought it much closer, but I can't. I'd have to put half walls in and other weirdness and delete the walls afterwards.
It's not worth it. We've got plenty of space.
Yeah. So there we go. So that's that one done. We need to. If we do the next one.
You know what? I think we're probably both putting this off. Is duplicating the factory upstairs, isn't it? That's.
Yeah, I've got to look at how many parts we need. So let's see if I can. So it is the blueprint under production called Manufacturer Compact, and I can make some. I don't know how many I can make.
Just be a smart split.
I can make some. It's the orientation I've got to get right with this because I've got to copy the ones that are downstairs. So if I start on this side, it's that way around. Okay, and I'm going off. I'm going 1 square in and 1. Oh God. Is it right? I'm going to place 1 and see if it works.
Good luck.
Thank you.
It looks like it worked. I don't know if it's.
I've got to redo all the belts, but what do you reckon in terms of position? How does it look? It looks pretty good.
Well, I tell you what we can do.
That works. That does work.
Is that lined up underneath?
There we go.
It looks pretty handy. I've got to do all the vertical conveyors again, but that's okay.
Is it right? I don't think that's right, you know.
Let's
no.
see if the smokeless powder does what it should.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, you might be. You might be right about that. Can you put the?
Yeah, you're right. Back in.
Yeah, no, you are correct. You are correct. Yeah, I was tiny bit too far in one direction.
It's difficult because you try and line it up with the things that are telling you this is where it is, and it's not necessarily where we put it.
No, I know. It's just a bit
frustrating. Time to go to the other factory and start to make some big bombs.
Ah, yes, you're preparing.
I've got my programming on this side, right?
Right.
So, I have a drone
that
is bringing, will be bringing 4 different items across. So, of course, I've got to split that item out.
I had it there originally. Let me look down upon here. I look down upon you.
I think
that's too far.
Right. Well, bomb time.
I wonder if it's there.
Would it be more useful if we just put a glass floor in for the first one?
1 second, let me just check where it's lined up downstairs. So I'm looking at the outline. So it goes straight through the vertical conveyors in the right spot. It's the ladder I'm now comparing to the floor.
Good evening.
Hello, Gerbil. How are you doing?
Well, we're doing okay. Doing okay. Bouncing around, doing an awful lot at the moment. coming
Like a
online
rubber
to get
ball.
away from it all.
Nice. That looks
Oh.
good. That looks right.
I'm
Why is
sorry.
Copper Sheets Ari?
Because that's your new nickname.
Oh,
Oh,
Copper Sheets
'Cause
Harry.
it's-
We've all
'cause
got
it's your
gangster names now.
Because it's your Copper Sheets factory that we're rebuilding.
Yes,
Okay.
there you go.
Might be
There,
that
I knew
one,
there was a
yeah.
reason.
there's a reason. There's always a reason.
Oh
Just opened
dear.
up Discord on my phone, and it
Okay.
gave me the option to update my username to the new system.
Oh,
Did it?
wow.
That's
Really?
interesting.
I've not had that yet.
No, me neither.
My user number's a lot lower than everyone else's.
Yeah, of course, you've been using Discord a lot less than. I,
Just
more than.
less.
Just
Does it
based
look
on
good?
the user numbers that I have stored in a database.
I think that looks good. I think that's all lined up. But you shouldn't
it is.
take my word for it.
No, it's fine. It's
I
alright.
think that's right.
I don't know what my. I don't know. I'm gonna look at my. I'm gonna have a quick look at our Discord. I don't quite know what my user number is. Because I
you
hate
won't
the fact.
you won't see
Mine
your
will be.
number.
You will
think it's a
if you.
No, it's you have to be in developer mode in the app and right-click copy ID.
I've seen it before.
I've seen it
somewhere else.
before.
They changed it, have they? That's a bit unfair.
There's a number on the end, determinate number on the end of your username.
That's the one I know I've seen. Yeah.
Ah, I
Yeah,
see. But
that's
not the
not-
actual. Right, I see.
That's not it.
I see.
Who has the next lowest one? Let me log on to the bot and have a look.
You know. He knows.
Well,
Right, so you
I
make some more of these.
I store the user ID for
GDPR
users.
purposes.
For reasons.
Yeah.
obviously.
Hashtag reasons.
See,
So if I
mine
change
mine
build mode
starts
to
10.
Uh huh.
The next one is 17, which is Sneggles.
Ah.
Is it really?
Wow.
And then-
Okay.
Mistress and Vime is supposed to start 18.
Which would
Harry's
make
19.
sense because we joined around the same time to do this.
And
Yeah.
Gerbil is 37.
So I
Gerbil.
have
37, yeah, that's equal to my IQ.
a bit of an announcement to make, which I did sort of hit
Oh,
on
I've
there.
got
There's
weird
more
bits
people
on there.
here. I want
Okay.
to tell people about it. I
Go
bought
on.
a new
I just
car,
Yay!
and if you go into the pictures, video, and music, you can see 2 pictures of my new car, which I'm very pleased.
There's Discord link if you don't see if you've not seen it already.
with. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't. I need to go and have a look. Does it have the word Tonka on the side?
It does not
It
have the
should
word
do.
Tonka on the
Oh,
side,
we
but I
could
have
add that,
put the
though.
words Mr. Stephen at the front.
Yes.
You have. I like that. That's very good.
That's an illegal number plate.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
I
Whether
really-
it's
I
slightly
don't know.
offset. I
I nearly
found,
put the Battle Cattle logo on there, but it just wasn't quite big enough.
Yeah, well,
when
today
I
I
put my
found
logo on.
a shop that does nothing but Le Mans 24-hour stickers. Put on your car,
Ooh,
like
yeah.
racing stripes and big numbers and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We just need to put. What I'll do is we'll get them to make a customized Tonka one for you, and we can put Tonka down the side. It'd be perfect.
Lovely.
Hey, well, it's
Lovely.
what you always wanted, isn't it?
Of course. When I was a kid, I would have loved to have had a thing that said Tonka written on it.
Tonka.
Until I was about 9, and then I wanted a car with a picture of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on. Because who didn't?
Oh, we have one on each side then, if that's the case.
Which assembler stack are we using? Is it 1 or 4?
We're not using assemblers.
We're not. We're
construct-
using
the big ones. That's it. And
manufacturers.
That's the correct orientation. If you use the blueprint option in with the R
Is
key,
that's the R key? There we go.
it'll help you align it.
R.
I've run out of cables, so I can't do the remaining ones.
I'd
R.
say it's much faster to use Gerbil's direct pipes than it is to use Gerbil's long train.
I agree with you entirely. Autosave is real.
Oh dear.
Oh no, I'm not looking, but I know there's a
Autosave in
blueprint
tube.
building.
Autosave in a tube.
Comes in a tube form. You squeeze it.
It's like Colgate.
It is like Colgate.
Autosave in a tube above a desert.
Mm-hmm.
Comes with that fresh minty flavour as well.
You're
Yes,
at
that's true.
altitude. Sorry.
Oh dear. No, I like that.
Altitude of
Right, I'm going to do what I did last time, which is go through and redo all of the all the vertical conveyors because they're all broken.
Yes, you're right. But yes, it should be fairly simple to change because you just need to replace them with different tiers and then.
I do. I'm going to go through and do the entire tier 4 job, and then I'll go back around and do all the tier 5. So I'll do that for the minute. Bear with me a
I'm
moment.
going to build a wall.
That's exciting.
So we can do the thing at the end.
Yes. True.
Not the thing at the end.
The thing at the end.
Well,
so we need this to put conveyor belts on, so
we really need a beginning, but we'll start with the end. It's fine.
It'll end with a bang.
There's no gerbil tower of.
Actually, knowing us, it'll end with a crash.
The actual base.
There was one. Remember, it was right next to the radio tower. The went down, and then we put the springboard in there.
Yeah, there's one.
There is one, but it's not direct.
So, Mr. S.
Yes.
You've got a new toy.
I've got a new toy.
And have you used the new toy much?
I have been out nearly every day in it. I only got it on Saturday.
Have you managed to put a whole tank of petrol through it yet?
No, but it was virtually empty, so I put 70 quid in it.
Right, okay.
To fill it up, and then it's done about an eighth of a tank so far.
That's all right.
Maybe a little bit more because I had to nip to Halfords. Most of what I've been doing is going out and buying stuff for the new car.
Yeah.
All those little niggly things that you don't know that you need until you don't have them. So I've spent about £100 on just cleaning stuff.
Right, okay.
New microfiber towels, that sort of
If
thing.
you've got a new toy, you may as well get new toys for it,
Exactly. Because here's the thing. I've never washed a car before. I've always gone to car washes to do.
Interesting.
And so this week, we actually washed my mum's Ford.
Right, okay.
First time we've done it, and we've got all the new stuff for it. We've got some nice... It's my own fault. When I sold the other car, I wanted to make it look as good as possible because I knew that there was that rust problem with it.
Yeah.
And I think it worked because the guy in the dealership said, "You've really looked after this car, haven't you?" No, I haven't.
Yeah.
It just
I'll say one
looks
thing.
like I had.
I'm going to say one thing. I know what picture I've seen of that repair they did to your car.
Yeah.
I'm horrified by what they did to it.
I mean, I saw it at the time and I thought, we're not going to get any money for this anymore.
I looked at it and they went,
value of it's gone.
They did some welding for you, which I understand. On the outside of the car, where there was damage, where it needed doing.
To replace the sill, though.
To replace the sill, which is lovely.
Yeah.
But the one thing I've got a bugbear with on that is they didn't. It's on the outside, where there's no weld marks on any car in current existence.
I know, right?
So they didn't grind it back.
Nope.
They didn't respray it. They didn't even. And it's like, well, they know you're going to sell it to them. It's one of those things. Like they know you're getting rid of it. They can't.
They know you're getting rid of it. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, they seem to be incredibly busy as well. So they've had the car for over a week.
Right, okay.
And
so
just to even look at it, I think it was just let's get it done and get it dusted. And I went to the place. They phoned me up. I went to the place to pick the car up, and they hadn't done the MOT.
Oh.
And they waited such a long time that it was out of the retest period as well.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
So they didn't charge me for the full MOT. They just charged, which I think is fair enough. But
they've got to take that one on the chin. That's their fault.
It is their fault. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's gone.
It's gone.
The new one is here.
But you know what? This is a great thing about it. That I was expecting the problems with the car to drop the value down to about £2,000 anyway, before the repair, which looked awful.
Yeah. Yeah, before the repair, exactly.
Before the repair. After the repair, I went to Car Shop, which is on the Walls roundabout in Gloucester. I didn't expect to go there. Didn't expect to buy a car there. I just went there because they had lots of different cars that we could sit in.
Reasonable.
And they just happened to have a Kia that was the right year, the right model, good mileage, everything. And I thought, this is it. This is what I was after.
Yeah.
Not the colour I would have chosen, but it actually
nice
looks
colour,
really
though.
nice. It's a lovely colour, yeah.
That'll clean up nice as well. That's one of those ones where once you clean it, you're like that. No, and that's why
I think it will. It's got a couple of scratches on it where obviously the person who had it before, I think, was a woman with a kid, because there's a couple of scratches round the door. Clearly, somebody's long fingernails are trying to open the door handle, and a little bit on the boot as well. So I'm going to get some G4 and get those out, because they're not bad. They'll buff out, I think. And because I've done it with my old car, it'll buff out. Because I've done it with my old car.
Yeah.
I've started to get really into detailing.
And
cleaning and that sort of stuff. But I'm not going to go too far with it. Otherwise, I would have already bought myself a pressure washer, which hasn't happened.
Well, I might bring my car to your house if that's the case.
Really? On detailing YouTube and...
Yes,
Oh, don't.
that's it, exactly, yeah.
I find it funny because I follow a lot on Twitter. I follow a lot of car people and car journalists and so on.
Yeah.
And there's a distinction between they like going to car shows, and some don't give monkeys. The others really give a monkeys about what their car looks like when they take them. They go to the nth degree, and I'm like, me? Genuinely, I take it occasionally. If I'm not feeling guilty about doing it, and I do feel guilty about doing it a lot, I take it to my dad.
Right.
Because my dad is they clean. My parents clean their cars every week, if not twice a week.
Right.
Both of them. If it goes in the garage, because they've got a garage they actually use for cars, not just boxes like I do.
You're lucky. I use mine for a bedroom.
It has to be cleaned. It has to be cleaned. If it's rained. If it's rained, it can't go in the garage dirty. Not allowed.
No.
There are rules.
Dad used to be like that, and then we converted the garage, and all the cars were outside, so you can't do anything about it.
No, exactly. So it's a little bit like I've become the antithesis of this. I at the moment, one of our cars hasn't moved for good reason for about 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
And it's next to a hedge, which is growing into it.
Right.
We came to move it the other day, and the battery was so flat that even when I put the bump starter on it, I've got a bump starter booster battery, it wouldn't start. The battery went, fuck off. The booster went, no, you haven't got enough. I turned the key, it started, I unplugged the booster, and the whole thing died.
Oh, God.
It's that flat, which I've now changed.
Okay.
And there's so much pollen stuck to it now.
Yeah.
That
you need a proper
I can't see out the windscreen. Can't see out the windscreen.
Blimey.
It's so covered in pollen and dust and crap. So yeah, I've got to.
What you need is a pressure washer and a gun to go on the front, and this thing called snow foam, and it's incredible.
Yeah.
I've seen it working. There's no way I'm going to spend money getting that set up, because we've got an old pressure washer, and I looked at the specs and I thought, well, it'll clean the car, but I can't fit anything on the front of it. So we're not going to bother with it.
Well, here's how sad this. Go on.
Too expensive pressure washers.
They're not unless you want a good one, in which case they're a couple of £100.
I bought a Karsha in an Amazon sale.
Yeah.
About 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's still in its box.
What one is it?
I've got no idea, but it works from a bucket, because at the front of our house we don't have a tap, and there's no way.
My parents got a tap installed for this.
Do you know what I've seen somebody do with one of those? I've seen somebody use not a bucket but a paddling pool.
That's a good idea.
Because they wanted a really good wash, and they didn't want to have to stop and keep filling the bucket up.
Well,
inflatable
that's why I
paddling
haven't
pool.
done
It's a great idea. Yeah.
My parents got the app installed when they got their garden redone.
Yeah, we've already got a tap because
they need it for a sprinkler for the new grass.
Sure.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
So they got it, and then they're like, oh, we might as well get a pressure washer to clean the rest of the new garden.
Because
we've got this thing, and it's a. I keep wanting to call it a Kirschner, which is not, but
it's not. It's a Karsha.
It's a Karsha, that's it.
It's the yellow ones.
It's the yellow ones, and it's an old one. It's a B202.
It does sound like a dodgy ring
which
road.
I thought. Well, actually, I thought was that's like a World War II bomber, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly right.
And and it works. It works great on the patio, but I can't because it's been. My parents never changed the nozzle on it because they only used it to clean the patio down, and now I can't get the wand out. So
Right,
Excuse you?
Yeah, the words are right. They just sound so wrong.
They do. You can't
So,
get your wand out.
I can't get my wand out.
really.
So when I was in Halfords today, which incidentally,
You got a wand out.
Halfords, very disappointed in you in Gloucester because
Oh.
I did look for something. One of the things they don't give you with a car anymore is a spare tyre.
They don't.
And I was looking for a refill can of.
What, I found out what the real
stuff.
word was because I searched for you the other day to try and
You
find
did.
some of this stuff.
You
and I was
did.
like, what do you call this? I kept thinking, you mentioned goop and I couldn't get goop out of my head.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's a brand name. That's not what I want.
No, it's not. And
no,
you found a great list of them as well.
I did
of
today,
which
yeah.
the second one down is called Tire Weld.
Yes,
And it seems to be everywhere. I mean, Tesco's have got it. So I've ordered some of that from Amazon because I went to Halfords, who said they had it in their shop, and
I
they
hate
didn't
that.
have any of it.
That's so annoying.
That is really annoying. If you're going to have the internet, Halfords, use it properly, or we'll take it away.
Yeah, absolutely right.
And I'm a geek. We can do that, you know.
We can. We'll threaten. We'll take away all your internets.
But
All
I
your
was
internets
thinking
are belong to
about
us.
this the other day because, like I said, I'm kind of getting into the whole detailing thing, and I think
Yeah.
the only reason is that my professional life is all about the way things look and the way things sound and the psychology of sales and things like that. So
Yeah.
it kind of fits that I'd want to have a car that looks good, even if it doesn't fucking run.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's an output, right? Okay. Sorry,
Which
I'm
is,
just working.
and I swear to God, the fact that I'd gone and detailed the inside of my car and I cleaned the carpets with the pressure washer and it looked good was the reason that they actually spent the money on it that they did. If only they knew the state of it before this weekend. Last
Yeah, but that's all right,
last
isn't it? I
weekend.
mean, you've used it how you want to use it, and afterwards
have.
you've gone. This is where you cleaned it, and it's gone. Oh look, it's quite conveniently nice.
It was. And you know
I
what?
think-
The bodywork was good. There were a couple of minor scratches, nothing too serious for a 13-year-old car, you know.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I do look after cars if I can.
If you can avoid it.
If I
Nice.
can avoid if I can avoid the pavement, you know.
Hearing you
playing,
trying to come up with the names for things or trying to work out what things are called.
Right.
I had a situation where I need to get somebody had stuck something onto one of the computers here, and I peeled it off, and it was left a load of residue behind.
Right.
Nice. Oh, I hate that stuff.
And I kind of like went, look, I'm looking for something that can remove this gunk. And I'm explaining it to the woman at Halfords, and she says, yeah. Sticky stuff remover. Yeah,
Yes!
that's right. I'm going to try
Why-
and remove sticky stuff remover.
Why
She
is
says,
that
no,
not
no,
a
no, no,
thing?
no. It is.
It is a
It
thing.
is-
It's called
it
sticky
is,
stuff
it is.
remover.
Is that
It's
really a
called-
thing? It's called
Yeah.
sticky stuff remover.
Sticky
Genuinely.
stuff remover.
We used
Yeah,
to have a
absolutely.
load
God,
of
that's
it. We used to
incredible.
have a load of it when I worked in retail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking of sticky
Absolutely
stuff.
amazing.
Yeah.
Talking of sticky stuff, I had to take my. Oh, this is such a middle class problem. I had to take my
Yeah.
English Heritage and National Trust stickers out the window.
Oh no.
And of course, they written the residue that was left behind on those, considering they're meant to be stuck in car windows, was horrendous.
Yes. Oh god.
I phoned up to get a new one today, and the National Trust said, "Well, we don't do them anymore because of the environment. They've stopped sending out car stickers."
Sticky things.
Which is good in some respects because yay the environment, but
Yeah.
I did like having a badge on my car.
Yeah, that's not unreasonable. I can see why you know. I want a badge. Give me
I
a
mean, I didn't
badge.
take my tax disc off for years.
No, have I still got one on? No, no.
Theoretically, we should have some cluster obelisk
Ooh.
Excuse you.
being droned into the base.
Right.
Cluster bombs.
Is it painful? I mean, can you get an ointment for that?
It does sound like something you need Norman for, doesn't it?
It does.
Cluster obelisk, yes.
Is that
It
what
might
the story about?
just be flying out now.
There's nothing in that
Waiting.
new storage yet.
The drone is leaving.
Okay.
Did I put? I deliberately didn't put Nobelisk storage in the main storage building. I have to
No,
say.
that's fine. That's fine.
but-
There's an area with that kind of stuff over here.
Yeah,
The
because
rifle.
it
and
made
other
sense not to put it there,
bomb
sort of thing,
stuff.
you know. I'm going to go one level higher. That's going to save me some hassle.
I was playing
Auto
an
save in
interesting-
8 seconds.
Playing an interesting game over the weekend, but I can't talk about what's in the game.
Oh,
Are you
really?
NDA?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
It was
Can you tell us who makes it?
I can tell you what the game's called even.
Okay.
It was the Crew Motorfest.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
a new racing game, but not quite
New-
racing because it's the crew.
Um,
You know what I mean?
I do miss playing racing games, you know.
let's just
I know.
say it's nearer to Forza Horizons.
Oh,
they've
is it?
gone big
it's
world,
that
have they?
kind of.
Hmm?
They've gone big world.
They were big world
Small,
in the last
no,
crew
small
anyway.
world. Small.
Leave the end one off for me. Oh, you're going to leave the end one off. That's
The
cool.
original The
Okay.
Crew games
Yeah.
covered the whole of America.
Oh,
Right.
Right.
It would take you a
this
couple
is-
of hours to get across the map in some of the races.
Okay. That's a bit
If you
big.
went in a slow car.
I don't need that in my life.
No,
That sounds like too much.
They've scaled it right down.
That's good.
I mean, if you need slow in your life, you've got to go for the Penn and Teller's bus ride.
Yeah.
I fear if I went for
Bus
Penn and Bus ride, I
Simulator
wouldn't come
2021.
back.
No, Desert Bus.
Desert bus. Thank you. Thank you.
That's too
And then
high.
tell us Desert Bus.
Too high. Give me a second.
I do like the way that that was so bad, done on purpose, so bad, that it's become a cult.
A cult?
Cult classic. It's actually used. It's actually used.
Hello, Gear.
For charity events.
Gear says, now that's some crisp, unstable 10 frames per second game. Slow driving is filled with truck simulator. Hey, slow driving is filled with truck simulator. I don't get that, but yeah, okay. There are some shit games out there, but you know, that's what happens.
speaking of racing games, let's look at the touring cars game.
There's a new Le Mans game coming out as well. They announced it today.
I know it's old news, but I saw another trailer for the Lego thing, which looks quite fun.
They keep announcing all these racing games related to racing series, and they've never seen a good one come out.
Well,
there's never been the FIFA version of a racing game, isn't it? Has there? I suppose
F1 Manager.
Yeah.
Well,
But
the F1 racing game at the moment.
JC Sniggles has been playing this week.
He has.
Has he?
He keeps tweeting about it, yeah.
Oh,
He's
okay.
been tweeting about what he's been doing on F1 Manager this week.
But the F1 23 simulator has been, I think, lambasted is probably an understatement, because they set it up as a competitive game, and then it's been rampantly cheated in, massively.
I see.
And then,
Right.
the way that a lot of the professionals, people are looking at it going, you're not fixing it. Why aren't you fixing this massive problem? But they're just not sorting it out.
Racing games. You only have to go EA, and there we go.
Well,
the only way they're going to fix it is with loot boxes.
If they can,
sad
Gear says
but
the problem
true.
with racing games is these days is it's all sim arcade or very sim experience. It's 50-50. If you go iRacing, it's definitely more sim. Or some of the other ones like that.
The Cruise series was always very arcadey because you had Nitro Boost and stuff.
That's a little bit of fun, isn't it? It's a little bit fun.
I do like Forza, and if you want a bit of a challenge, you turn on real damage.
I refuse to do it. I won't do
not
it.
Part of the fun of Forza, is it?
Well,
Part of the fun of
Forza
Forza is
Horizon, no damage. Forza Motorsport, I understand.
Sure. It's a different thing, though, isn't it? I mean,
they are
yeah.
different games. So.
Well, it's
They're
like
quite different games.
going back in time when Need for Speed first started coming out. Can you remember? Oh, what's the one with Crash Junction?
No, you don't mean Need for
Burnout,
Speed, do you? You mean
Burnout.
Burnout? Yeah, Burnout was amazing.
Yeah, Burnout.
Burnout, and I still go back and I play Burnout Paradise City.
Yeah. Burnout 3 was probably my favourite, but Paradise City I spent a lot of time in on the Xbox. A lot of time. Oh my word.
I like. Is it number 2 with the Crash Junctions?
Yeah. Number 2
Where
and
you
3
just-
had those.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. It's very good.
3 was Rivals, wasn't it?
I can't remember what it's called now. I had both of those too.
Yeah.
And we spent a lot of time. Paradise came along, and then Horizon came out not long after.
Yeah.
We all thought it might be the same, but it wasn't. And then I think Horizon 2 really set off something quite fun. Before you do that one, I'm just pondering this. As you know.
I'm just seeing where the things are.
I've deliberately done that because I'm not sure if we're going to go into a hole in the two different holes in the wall in different heights.
Oh, different heights.
So I've put the sign up. This end we're at is the input end. So we've got 4 inputs either side.
Yes.
And one thing that Gear suggested, not Gear, so my apologies, Gear, wasn't you. 3 was takedown. There you go. It says Gear says it was takedown.
Yeah.
Horizon's never on
sale. No, that's true.
Horizon's great.
But if you get the Xbox Game Pass for a few months, then you can play it for a few months.
Yeah, you can play it for a little while and then get rid of it.
Yeah.
No, what I was... Yeah, not Gear. Ramrod, my apologies to everybody else, suggested that what we could do is take the quick wire input for one of these.
Right.
Split it in 2.
Right.
And then input 2 streams of it.
So how much quick wire do we need in all
we've got
of the
4
machines?
belts, we can put it across 2 and...
No, because remember, if you look at the recipe only requires 3 inputs, doesn't it? But you need a large quantity of quick wire. So
I see.
Split the one belt coming into these machines.
That was the way that you got around having 2 belts inputs when you had it as a single line.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah. That's true.
You just use two of the 4 lines.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
You can
touring
still do
cars game.
Yes, touring cars game. Tonka.
No.
It used to be called Tonka, didn't it?
A new one by Motorsport Games that have done a lot of NASCAR games.
Yes.
Is now coming out in 2024.
That'd be interesting. That'd be very interesting.
Was coming out this year. I think it was meant to come out last year, first guess, but...
Yeah. Well, I know that...
It's good that they keep pushing the game back because you hope it's getting more polished, a bit like Tears of the Kingdom.
I'm hoping that the Le Mans game... I don't know who's making it yet. Le Mans is this weekend coming. I always get it wrong, but it's this weekend coming. So I've got my Le Mans Lego kit ready to go for the weekend.
Right. Is this a ritual? I think that you do this every year.
I've never done it before. I like watching Le Mans, but I thought they've released a kit of the Peugeot that's racing this year.
Right.
And they literally just released it last month. And I'm like, I'm having that. I'm going to build it while watching the Peugeot racing at Le Mans, knowing that the people who run Le Mans have changed the rules at the beginning of qualifying this week or the beginning of the week to favour the Peugeot because they're French. So they would do. Yeah, of course they did. That's what they do. That's what they've been doing for the history of the race. That's what outlawed the Porsches in the late 70s because they were like, we keep getting beaten. There's a good French car now. What we'll do is we'll outlaw all the Porsches and the French will win.
Is this the Lego Technic one?
Yeah, the grey one, the Porsche 9.
The grey one,
9X8.
140
£40,
quid,
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get it for 140. I think it's 100.
It's 170 regular retail, but obviously Amazon. So.
Well, I got it before Amazon. I literally went, I don't know how long it's going to be out. I don't know who's going to buy it. I don't know if it's going to be on sale. I'll just buy it because I want it. Because I don't normally do that with Lego.
If you want to do a similar sort of thing, but you want to spend a little bit less money, there is a McLaren Senna GTR for about 36 quid, which isn't bad.
It's a nice little model, that one. Yeah.
It is a nice little model.
I'll tell you which model I'd like to get hold of at some stage. Many, many years ago, there was a Formula 1 car. No, there was a Formula 1 car.
Yeah, sorry.
Had 6 wheels.
The Tyrrell.
Was it a Tyrrell, was it?
Yes, 4 front wheels and 2 back ones, yeah. You know you can get a radio-controlled Tamiya version of that?
No, I didn't.
Yes. And they re-released it recently. It was out in the 70s. I think it came out in the 80s originally.
Yeah,
they re-released it in the noughties. But yeah, there's a Tamiya one. You can get that still. By the way, Gears was chatting earlier, and I forgot. I didn't ignore you, Gear. I got carried away.
You will find if we start talking about cars,
we're doomed.
We do tend to
stop moving in the game.
All of us just tend to sort of chat about cars because we quite like talking about them.
He was saying that Burnout 3 Takedown was a great game. Spain had a For the Country radio DJ. Oh, right.
Okay.
DJ Atomica, wasn't it?
Ram, we must do a fusion dance so Vim stops failing for a while.
Well, I can't. If I stop failing, then there's nothing to watch. You have to go to Mr. Stevens' stream if that's the case, and watch proper
Yeah, and
things
I'll
happening.
have to fail instead.
Well,
I mean,
no,
you
that
know,
won't happen.
it's our raison
That wouldn't
d'etre.
happen. So, sorry, Mr. S. The reason I'm looking at this end of the factory is paused slightly, is because we're
Yeah.
going to have the 2 inputs coming from the side, and we're going to have
Yes.
2 inputs coming from below, which are going to get split in 2. Because with the other ingredients, basically.
Yes.
This is the silica and the circuit boards.
You're right.
And the circuit board factory we're going to have to make in a minute. We haven't got that far yet.
We haven't got that far yet.
I've made a note about that. The silica factory we're also going to have to make, because we've got one, but we need to replace it, really.
We haven't got enough silica. We did
Well-
sort of talk about that a couple of weeks ago.
You know what? I put it in the Satisfactory calculator. I did the whole production system, and now I've forgotten all the things I put in it, and I've got no idea. I literally went through it, chose the right recipes, and how many we'd need of this. And it's like, yeah, I've done all the stuff, and I didn't know how to save it. Once I've done that.
Dear. Okay.
And it's like, Satisfactory calculator people, if you're watching, please have a save button for the production plan, so I can press save, and then I don't have to think about it ever again.
I'd have just
Yes, there
taken a
is
picture of it with
Or
my
is there one?
phone.
What?
I wouldn't
You
even have
just
done a screenshot.
There is a save on it.
What, is there?
Yay!
I was waiting for that. Where's the save? Where is it?
It saves it. Did
Does
you go
it?
back into it?
No. Blank now.
Have you not got tabs?
Uh,
no, this isn't the production plan I use.
I use a
use
I
a-
use a production planner in that one, yeah.
No, Satisfactory tools, I think you want.
Well, I didn't do it in that, definitely.
There's a nice green Ford Mustang Shelley Lego set as well for about
There's a few nice ones at the moment.
35 quid. I didn't know they were so cheap. I thought Lego was incredibly expensive now.
It is. It's incredibly expensive, but you need to pay attention to how many parts per pound you're getting.
Right.
So
I
those
see.
are not they're not the full size kits. So the
It
You've
doesn't
got-
matter.
no, it doesn't. Speed champions
But-
are the little ones that cost about 20 quid or 15
Right.
quid.
Right.
Then you've got the mid-sized ones, which are the ones you're talking about, which are really cool. I like those ones. They're kind of sort of
They
technically.
seem like a
almost
nice
look the
size
same.
and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, they're dude. The other ones are so big you've got nowhere to put them. Whereas
But having said that, you've got to build it over 24 hours, right?
yeah, I've got 24 hours to build it, dude. I can finish these in about 4. I'm ridiculously efficient at building this thing. What I've got now is a system where Willow wants to be involved, so she unpacks all the parts for me and puts them in order. And so kind of puts all of them together, so I can just reach over like a production line and hammer them. It's like, it's great.
It's
But
incredible.
it does finishes it very quickly. Sorry, back to the Satisfactory. We're going to have 2 coming from below.
Yes.
So my apologies.
Which
I
we're
don't know. Well,
taking from, let's say, a different part of the factory is providing 2 inputs
Well,
from below.
So they're coming
Say
off the
we need
road,
more
definitely.
quartz. Have you seen how far away the next lot of quartz is?
No, we're going to probably reuse the quartz.
We
we've got.
did this before. We looked at quartz before and we said no. We'll try and figure out a way of doing it.
I think we're going to nuke the existing quartz and
This is still,
rebuild it.
Like
right.
the other side of the map now.
Yeah, I know. We might have to get Ari to fly it to us, or Gear maybe. Gerbil and Ari together can carry it by hand.
It's one of those nights, folks.
Wow. Train.
Well, Train,
Yeah,
I was
wait
just
a
about to say, I got a train. I'm working on it.
Oh look.
You know, I'm wondering if we put one there.
It'd
Yeah.
do the north.
Up a bit, surely.
No,
Get the
because
stuff from the
North
north.
circular.
it's not
No,
the right
right up
level.
in
I
the
wonder
north
if.
corner.
Or you want
Well-
to level it up with the
Northwest
things
corner.
here? You mean?
Well,
There are
I'm just
2 nodes
wondering
up
what
there.
you might do,
Mm-hmm.
because I
There's a
come at
normal
slightly
one up
different
here.
levels. Is if you go. I
You know
put a
what I'm
thing
thinking
in-
now?
It's
You know, you were
a-
saying having 2 inputs of
We have to
quickfire.
have quite a few trains.
Yeah, so I'm trying to
here.
work out now.
If you made that a double, you could have the 2 of quick going in, but then you'd
No,
need
you're
to split
right,
it
I know.
'cause you'd need the bottom one as well. So that
And that's the wrong height. I think is that the wrong height?
is the
That's
wrong
too
height.
high, isn't it?
Yeah,
They're both at the wrong height.
everything's at the
Check.
wrong height.
Should it? Hold on a second, let me just check. That goes up. Seriously? Have I managed to get it so that there are different fucking... Have I done that brilliantly?
I think
that's the
that,
right height.
Oh, the right.
That's
no,
the
that's
correct
the right
height.
one.
Ah, no.
But-
Okay, in which
but-
case?
So is the next one down?
So what I'm going to do then is you're like this. Not a lot.
So that one is that, right? Yes. There we go.
Bear with me a second. So if I put that there, get rid of what I've just built,
Yeah.
run a belt across to wherever it goes to. That one. Oh, it's too low now. Shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And that'll work. That'll still work. Doesn't matter. It'll still work. If I then put a splitter in line, if I can get it
with
in line.
that one. That's right.
That should connect. I hope it does. Got it? You got it? Oh, autosave. I'll let you connect it.
I've pressed the button. We're just right as you said autosave.
Gear says, if memory serves, they retired Technic, but folded all the pieces everywhere. Robots, big toy construction, themed and the like. Didn't slap into Duplo because of babies, but sure as shit they could try. Yeah, I mean they've split up Technic. You're absolutely right. It's become something else now, really.
It's not what it was. It's not.
Well, the bits still exist.
I love the Technic builds that when I was a kid, and you'd get a car and it would work, and that was the whole point of it. But now it's slightly different. But it's
different.
Still fun.
That's
the important thing. Is it fun? That does work. Yes, definitely.
The only thing to do now is to.
Are we then going to drop the other line down here and do the same thing?
Yeah.
So we need to be.
I wonder if I can now go. I'm going to try and make it as straight as I can on the outside of this. Is that too far over? Yes, of course it is. No, it's too far over. It doesn't work. Boo hiss. So the best way to do it then would be to just drop it down off the other bit, probably. So if we just do like down one to there, and then run a thing across.
Thing across, yeah.
I don't like that, but I'll do it for now. Oh shit, they've gone in. Okay, it's connected. Balls.
We'll do it for now. No, that runs all the way around, doesn't it? So that'll fill all of the machines up. Right. So
I've run out of outside sheets. You drop a vertical conveyor off the other one.
I will drop a vertical conveyor off the other one.
And go down. Higher. Lower. Try there. And then run a thingy across.
It's now not building again.
No, it's done.
You know my not building bug.
Oh, okay. In which case I'll do.
Yeah,
it's a bit too. I've run out of outside sheets. No, it's right. It's perfect. it's perfect.
It's built now, so I can.
Hey, there it goes.
And no, that's not built.
Oh joy.
Oh no, there we go. Okay, it is getting there.
Okay, drop the thing, pull it across.
Come on, there
you got it. Now for the splitter.
Now you need a splitter.
Unsplitter. It should give you the green line to show you inlineness.
I mean, I think it's in line. Yeah, that's.
Go for it. Go for it. You got it. Then drop the. Get the. I'll take this one off. Yeah, that's it. You got it. Perfect. Yep. And the other one, does it fit?
There we go.
So we've got double quick wire input.
Input, yes, that's right.
All of them are powered, aren't they?
All of them are powered. All of them have got the right recipe in, as far as I'm aware.
That's amazing. In which case, we need to get the other input sorted.
Yes.
The reality is, I mean, look at it go. They're filling up like crazy.
In fact, yeah, they should be, I think.
So they'll be filling up. Are they all filling up? The ones around this side are taking their time, but they're getting there.
It's taking a while, but it's getting, yeah.
Yeah, there is some getting there. This goes to show just how much.
Well, technically this isn't any quicker than... If you'd had 2 full belts, it would have been quicker.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Because you just split in half, it's just the same speed.
I quite like it. It's fun though, isn't it? We're using...
The amount of things that we've done on here that are pointless, but they're kind of fun to build.
Yeah. It probably feels like the early machines quicker, and the last one's slower.
I think it does.
Glory to the growing factory, and yes, indeed, Gerbil, we're feeding the blood god. Now,
there seems to be some sort of bottleneck though. Oh, okay. It's trying to get 500 things in a thing.
Yeah, there's 500 to go. It's this huge amounts going through.
Yeah.
But now you can see the first. Now it's full. The first machine. There's loads piling along.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next machine will start filling up quicker.
Yeah. Well, by the time we finish doing the rest of it, these will all be stationary again.
Hopefully.
Yeah. What we should see is the Caterium belt underneath flowing. Which it sort of is.
Which it is. Oh, no, it really is. It's motoring along.
Because it's going to have one belt that's backed up, so it's only going to be running 4/5 of its capacity. But looks amazing. I don't like the vertical conveyors on the outside, but I'm living with it.
I mean, we could not have the vertical conveyors on the outside and put them
We
on
could
the
put one
inside,
on the inside, couldn't we?
You want?
Yeah. So later.
Later, okay. But that way we could then change the
Where the holes are.
so the holes are in the right place. Yeah.
Yeah, that would all make it look a bit neater, wouldn't it?
Should
Unless you want to do it now.
that?
It won't take long.
Let's do it.
All right. Okay. So, and we can put different heights in as well. So there's going to be one there. That will be a hole there. And there'll be a hole going down, 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 deeper and down. It'll be there. Actually, if you start on that, so the vertical conveyors will be on the inside of this end, wouldn't they? So that double hole wouldn't exist. I'll be back in a minute. I need to get some outclad sheets.
Okay.
Right.
This the crew game. It could have made it a bit less obvious that they were copying Forza just from the name.
What they called it again? The crew?
Crew Motorfest.
Oh, really?
Motorfest.
Come to the Horizon, not Horizon Festival.
There was a game called, I think it was Motorfest.
It was, yeah. There was
the
a game called
Xbox
that.
game, Motorfest 2. I remember that. Amazing intro. Loved it.
So,
I don't know.
I have found
Oh, that's annoying.
6 normal quartz nodes.
Nice.
All
Nice.
close together,
Even nicer.
but they are very far away.
Not so nice. I've got anything in
If
that
I
area.
had
Which ones are you looking
A
at?
hammer.
The north ones?
the ones which are just above the swamp delta.
Oh, you're going over there. Right.
I need
Yeah.
rods as well.
Normal.
I don't think we've got any in here, have we? Oh, no, we have. Cool. I
Right,
do
they're
have a
on
favour to
normal, yeah.
ask. If someone's got the time and effort, could they check I'll get this right, the existing quartz node and make sure it's fully overclocked?
I believe they are.
Which one? There's two.
Both
yeah,
of
both
them.
of them.
There's two locations.
Are there?
Yes.
Doesn't surprise me.
Where are you getting quartz from if it's not just those two next to each other?
Right, got me outclad sheets.
There are
Two
two
pure
next
ones.
to each.
And then you've got 2 which are feeding my
There are
concrete addiction. For
there are
the...
two directly north of the. There are two directly north of the base.
Yeah.
And some further east,
Okay.
next to the uranium.
Yes, but those... Yeah, they're not being 100% used, those ones by the uranium, but they are being pretty used. Yeah, we could use more of those.
I see what you're doing there, Mr. Stephen.
I think we are just
Down
sinking.
what? One bit more? One more?
Oh, hang on. I pressed the button.
Oh, yeah,
Of course, Atlantis.
Too high.
I'm just sinking one of those nodes.
Oh, no,
directly.
no, actually, you didn't put it at the same level. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's it. You got it.
So
It
we
was
are
a
We are
weird
sinking
level,
sinking
that's
some of the lulls, so...
Yeah, Virus, I think there is a quartz
There we
node
go.
that we're tapped into that we're just sinking all of it.
fine. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
That sounds like us, to be fair.
It does. I'll run about across there. 'cause
I believe
I've
one
got
of the
some-
new-
I grab
leave
all
one of the
the
nuclear
excess
nodes.
quartz and bring it through all of the nuclear factory,
What I'm going to do.
then this will be fun.
Well, then Virus
Wow.
can work out how he's going to road it.
And then
across.
along the road, which has got 2 items on it, to underneath the copper factory, then I'll let you work out what to do with it. Thumbs up.
Thanks.
Do I have enough Alclad sheets to do this?
Gosh, that
Yeah, there are-
spiral's
there are-
looking
Probably
fun.
not, but it'll be fun.
There are 2 quartz lines coming in via the Alclad factories
Yes.
route, which is where I'm heading to.
So those are the ones which are in a cave past the coal.
Yeah, they're in a cave up there.
Goes right. That's better. That's much neater. There we are. Much better. So
Yeah,
that's
with
nicer
18
looking factories.
slugs.
Oh, don't tell me
Are
the
they-
game just crashed here.
Something lagged really badly just then.
I didn't
Yeah,
hear
my
that.
game froze.
Is
and
it all right now?
crashed. No, it crashed.
That's annoying. That's very annoying.
Your game's
That it is.
All right, Mr. S, that's done, isn't it?
I think so. Why are we making AI limiters again?
Because we're
we need to
replacing the old AI limiter factory.
Because
Right, okay, that's fine.
ChatGPT is getting too powerful
too,
for its own
too
good,
big
so
for
we need to
its
hold it back.
virtual boots. Yeah, it's fair
Lag hard, party hard, says Gear. Absolutely right.
enough.
That's the way it works. Exactly. These
Lag and the world lags with you.
Yes.
Luckily, you can't die from falling if you're on maximum health.
No, you can only go
not
down
as
to
easily,
half
no.
a.
Half a heart.
You can only go down to half a bar. if you're
Which
on
is
full
what
health.
I've
Okay.
just done.
Mr. S, should be pleased to know the top floor is now full of quick wire,
Good,
and the bottom floor is getting there rapidly.
good. Yeah, it's doing pretty well.
It is. Right.
Come on.
Now. Oh, that lagged
Joining
again.
game.
That's my toy drawing game. Okay, cool. That's
Yeah.
fine.
That's cool. That's all right. As long as
So-
he's here.
We need,
Well, from the loading screen.
Well, you know.
yes, to convert all the silicon, all the quartz in a particular manner. Now, I said, why contain the AI? Let it happen. Obtain infinite paper clips. Infinite paper clips. It's one all-known paper clip. Yes.
Then I asked ChatGPT to roll a dice until it got a 1 the other day.
Yeah.
It just infinitely kept going and never got a 1.
Wow.
What?
Until I stopped it and asked it to use a fair dice, and it got it within like 6 rolls.
Wow.
Oh, right. Okay, so it was cheating itself.
Yeah.
Nice. I like the thing that was on the internet a couple of days ago. Was it yesterday? Maybe even. They were talking about a drone, programming a drone to do certain actions, and it basically said find this type of target. You may have heard this or not, but find this type of target.
Oh yeah.
And then tell the operator of the drone that you found the target, and then the operator will tell you to kill that target or not. But the primary operation you're set out to do is kill targets. And it realised the operator was a weak point because it could say no. So it chose to kill chose in the simulation to kill the operator. So they went, okay,
Wow.
one of the other rules is you can't kill the operator. So the drone instead killed the communications tower, which let the operator say no. So it's like you got to learn
Wow.
you got to learn how to ask the questions, and they need a lot more input than you think they do.
Yeah.
So also what I heard from
I
that
like
is
that.
apparently that was just a thought experiment.
Well, exactly. It wasn't an actual. Some newspaper or
And they
whatever
hadn't
took it as a
actually done
genuine
it.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we set up this whole water node over here and never used it. There's no pipes out of it. There's just a water
Right.
extractor overclocked, ready to go.
Okay, so
Oh, well, if we ever need water again.
Living its best life.
exactly. Yes. How are you doing this? So silica.
I could
I've
get.
just,
I can easily get one belt of 780 quartz
Yeah, these are 780 quartz.
over.
Already
I could,
famous.
with more difficulty, get like 900 quartz over.
Okay, so
780 quartz probably enough.
here's what I'm going.
I'll do that.
You've answered the question, which means that the 780 coming down the main road. So the belt coming down the main road is a 780 belt. Yes.
The two belts that go down that main road. Whoa.
Of which we've only got one at this end, so it must be
Okay.
consumed elsewhere as well.
Yeah, there's two belts that come from here. They're both 780 belts.
Okay, so I'm only looking at using one of them because there's a silica factory down here already,
But
and
Ari
leave the other one alone.
Ari has an unused 780 belt
Yes.
What up there? Oh right, okay. Whereabouts is
from
that?
from the nuclear
from the
side.
nuclear, I have about 950 unused quartz per minute.
Just the 780 belt will be enough.
It's
for what
easy
we're
to
doing.
get one belt over because that line's
Well,
already in.
Yeah.
It'll be more
Yeah.
difficult to get an extra belt in because of
So-
your massive tower of water.
Well, before don't worry about that for now, because you've got a silica factory already over here consuming one belt of quartz. but it doesn't need all that belt. And this is the factory going to replace. So why don't we just plan it off the quartz it's currently not using?
That?
Yeah, why not? Because it's the one thing that's currently making all the things we're going to replace. So it makes circuit boards already. And we're getting rid of those. And it also makes crystal oscillators, which we're going to think about changing the recipe for. So, if I look
This
at
one, I need
wrong button.
a smart splitter on there.
And over here, what the factory.
auto save in 8.
There comes a time in every Satisfactory stream where we
Yeah.
essentially just sit around doing maths.
Yeah.
This is that time.
Type of fly.
There you go. So yeah, Gear says he said it wasn't AI, it was other dude trying to find the blind spots. But this is the thing. You can't ask a simplistic question of a tool like that.
You need to ask those. You need to have those thought experiments before you go. Oh, well, let's build this in the real world.
You've got to follow them to the nth degree. Follow every path of a possible answer to find all the faults, and that's hard work sometimes. There's a lot of work involved. Yeah, the recipe for crystal oscillators.
Yes.
Crystal oscillators requires an amount of the crystal.
Yeah, that requires
skulls.
Quartz.
Yeah.
So we've got to consider the 780 belted quartz. Just decide exactly how much silica we need. So I think we need to work out the silica content for 16 machines that require it, and see if we've got any spare. If we can use a 780 belt to do both, to make crystal oscillators and these, or whether that's just too much. Because we're going to make silica and the crystal in a tray, whatever it's called. Who needs AI? Just have scientists mainline all the math questions to this stream. You get the answers early. Fair, dude.
No, don't ask ChatGPT maths questions. It gets them wrong.
It doesn't get them wrong.
No, he didn't say use AI. He said just have your own scientist.
It doesn't get them wrong. What we don't realise is that ChatGPT is quantum and is working across different dimensions, and it's just giving you an answer from a dimension where that is the right answer.
Yeah, somewhere that is the correct answer. We don't.
Yeah, it's in some sort of weird, twisted set of dimensions. That is actually the right answer.
37.5. So
we're trying to do like some sort of complicated dice roll rules.
Right.
And the amount of times we have to keep telling it, like, no, don't do that, do this.
Yeah. Oh, it's a terrible, terrible system. Presumably, you're not paying for it.
No, it shouldn't.
No, so you're still on ChatGPT 3 as well, which doesn't help because it gets better with every iteration.
Gets better with age.
Yes.
Our own inbuilt people. I want to double check this for the mathematicians on hand.
Cheese.
Anders is there. Is here. Hello. Welcome. Isn't ChatGPT a neural network? Did you mean neural network?
Probably.
A neutered network. No, it's not neutered enough.
As some would say, it's neutered too much. Kind of. Yeah, but not a proper one.
There.
It's what we can make as a neural network at the moment.
It isn't data yet.
No. And the fact that they haven't basically connected it to the internet so it can go and find out the answers is a bit of a failing.
War games. Don't let it do that. Don't let it do that.
Well, that's what
Matthew Broderick knew all this time what was going to happen.
Yes, he did.
Was it Stephen Hawkins who predicted that? Did somebody predict that it's for AI?
Hang on, wait, no, because I've got this confused. Stephen Hawking's predicted war games. He predicted Matthew Broderick. Is that what?
Yeah, he did. He is progenitor. That's what it is. Before we get that far, in game, Minotaur.
Right.
Matt, check my maths, please.
You expect me to do maths on my day off work?
All right. If you think this is hard maths,
have you
then
played
we're in
this
big trouble
game
for
before?
Your work's in trouble. My calculation was as follows: the machines require 37.5 silica per minute. We have 16 of them. I've done the calc in chat, and it says 600. Is that all I'll need of silica?
Well, yeah. If it's 37.5 per minute.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how much quartz do we need to make that much silica? Which recipe are we going to use?
Don't know.
Sorry,
the
there's,
normal
there's
one
maths
doesn't
going
use
on.
concrete because
bit-
concrete is not actually as
Under says he has a
prevalent
funny
in
microwave
one that
exam
does, the
tomorrow.
one we should just process bauxite into it.
No, don't you fuck off
It's
with
really
your
resolution.
bauxiteness. Get out.
Get rid. No, because you need more silica.
Jesus.
Just oh, I pressed the wrong button. There we go.
So if
What are
we need...
silica, isn't it? We're looking at.
a second. I want to output...
So these are the recipes for it.
I know, 600 divided by 5
put
is...
raw quartz in, and we get silica out, which I think is possibly the method
120,
we'll end up
isn't
using.
it? Is that right?
It's one.
So,
Yeah.
if you use a standard...
freeze.
Yeah, we've got a problem.
360.
God,
We've got a problem.
How do we get down here?
Well, it's the only 360 raw quartz.
Well, that's brilliant, because that means that we need less than half, so we can use the rest to make the... So we can take it off the belt that exists then, basically.
Oh, Undets has a microwave exam tomorrow. Not as an exam in a microwave, but a microwave theory exam.
What, how to cook eggs in a microwave?
How to cook eggs, yeah. I would rather have an exam inside a microwave oven.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I mean, that's the only cooking I can do is
we
microwave stuff.
Is it Panasonic or is it Sanyo?
Because we don't know whether is that belt being used anywhere else. Is it actually a 780 belt?
I tell you
Well,
what, when I open a tin, it's like, you know.
Or is it being used up at the aluminium factory where we bought it in for?
Oh, it probably is. Where's the aluminium factory?
Which is why I'm saying we should probably just get the belt that Harry's found, since we know how much is on it.
Well, I was going to say, I was going to check this first, because, I mean, if I can reuse this belt, it stops me having to worry about anything. There's no massive belts to run. It's just nice and tidy and neat. And I know you're going to be right, but I'm going to... Oh, there's a box.
How stuck do I make this nice and tidy?
I know you're going to be right, but we're going to take a look at this anyway because...
Well, because it's content.
Yeah.
Just content. Hashtag content.
If we were vertical, we'd be on TikTok right now. It's terrible.
No. Because all my content will be owned by the Chinese. That's going to stop me having that. No offense to anybody, but it's the thing. Now. Oh, we're here. Oh, I see.
It's fine. We're
yeah.
already using a Chinese system to play this game, so...
Yeah, we are.
Our teacher, says Undets, and quite a bit of others, was telling a story of Soviets giving a magnetron tech to the UK in World War II, and the UK taking the credit for it.
Well, what, taking the credit for what we stole it, or...?
I don't know.
Besides, didn't he turn into a bad guy? Sorry. Right, we are taking it.
I had a course today at work.
Careful with that.
And one of the things that we talked about was OnlyFans.
Let's say that again. Was it what?
OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
What?
They need accountants.
Well, yeah, presumably. Presumably.
We were talking about the accounting revenue of OnlyFans.
Right.
Wow.
How they recognise it.
How do they recognise it?
Well,
look very closely.
Because that's an odd thing, right? Because it's not just a transaction. Then there's legality stuff as well.
So they used to recognise it in all of the money which they take is revenue.
Yeah.
And the 80% that they pay out to their creators is a cost of sale.
Right.
That's what they used to do. But that's wrong.
Now that would be the company then being the merchant on record, right?
Yes, but that's wrong because they are not the principal. They are indeed the agent.
Right.
So they have on their account the total throughput, so the total money that they get in, but that's not the top line of their revenue anymore. It's the actual cut is their revenue now.
Oh, right.
So we had... So imagine a Zoom call of 40 accountants and
one naked
lecturer.
lady. No?
No, not that
okay,
kind
just checking. Sorry, I mean you're talking OnlyFans. It could be anything.
Dear.
What? OnlyFans and accountant?
Oh God, what channel would that
Well-
be? What would you call that? I mean,
that is what they call themselves on TikTok. It's
OnlyFans
spicy
accounting.
They call themselves spicy accountants on TikTok.
well,
Well, there you go. So how was
Nice.
that? Well, how would that then work with something like ClickBank,
okay. Going up.
where ClickBank is again the merchant on record, but essentially is still the agent for the people who are actually selling the products?
Right. So he said, "Who sets the price?"
This is-
The
ClickBank
vendor
or
does.
The merchant. The vendor does.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Who has to spend money for the content to
Uh,
make the content?
To make the content, again, the vendor would.
Who has all of the credit risk? So if somebody doesn't pay,
Hello.
The publisher?
No, again, I think the credit would. The vendor
the
would.
answer is
But
the vendor.
yeah,
So all of those point
Who?
towards the
the vendor being the.
vendor
what-
being the principal, and whoever it is, ClickSwitch, whatever you're on about, is
ClickBank.
just an agent. ClickBank
Yeah.
is just an agent.
That's very interesting because that's going to change the way that people do things. I think it's there's other online selling platforms, so places like JVZoo and Warrior Plus and Ko-fi and Patreon, I think as well, are the vendors then have to have the tax burden essentially.
Well,
Are the
yeah.
merchants on record? But with ClickBank and with a few others, there's one called Lemon Squeezy, which does the same thing. They take on the responsibility because they're the people who collect the credit card payments. But what you're saying is actually that shouldn't be right. So all of a sudden we're making a thing about accountancy.
yeah.
And not.
From
But I'm
No
actually
balls.
genuinely interested in this because it affects
from
my
a
business.
revenue recognition point of view,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the input. Fuck.
also, why isn't this courts thing?
Why is it? Well, I'm having monitor. It wasn't that simple.
So there's a bit of stuff I've got to go over because we've
It's
missed
been
some
used for aluminium, right?
chat.
Not just the aluminium.
Yeah.
It goes elsewhere as well.
I'm
just
not
checking.
your accountant.
Also, he bullies us for inventing the magnetron. The story was that the Allies were struggling with detecting U-boats
Right.
with clistrons,
you?
which is I'm sure was a bad guy in Star Wars.
Yes.
Which is a yes, this is the voice of the clistrons,
Exactly
which
right.
is a microwave emitter by its own. So in order
Right.
to literally save the USA flow of weapons and defeat the Nazis, Soviets shared magnetron science stuff with British scientists.
Okay.
Klystron-based radars, sorry, not raiders. Klystron radars, they really are from Star Wars,
are.
were able to detect big things Germans were putting out to recharge batteries, wavelengths were small enough. But when the Germans started just exposing an exhaust tube, magnetrons saved the UK. Wow.
That's cool. But the thing is, there's a lot of technologies that get bounced around all over the shop, especially in war. It's weird.
Yeah, during war, there's an awful lot of stuff like that that happens. A
And
lot of
pre-war, for that matter. I mean, the jet engine thing. Let's not go into that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just something else altogether. But yeah, I can't. It's a bit. It doesn't surprise me that one side chose not to mention something. I think it happens a lot. It happens a lot all round, doesn't it? Really. It's one of those things. Oh balls.
you're in one of these buildings, right?
I mean, in the aluminium factories, the first one.
Yeah.
The
okay.
alclad sheet factories. Right.
And this is where we're using all the quartz up at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, 'cause
Just
it's
some of
making
it.
silica for
But
that
what-
stuff.
It actually takes it from both incoming belts, and then the exit. What we've done is we've taken the alclad. Each of these factories
Yeah, there
take
probably
a
wasn't
quantity
enough on
of
one
one.
belt. That was why there's two.
So they're doing 22.5 times. They're different, aren't they? So it's each one of these has got 16 of those. So that's taking 16 lots of 22.5. That's taking 360 off. So it's 360 times 3, since there's 3 of them.
Yep.
Apparently,
are they 780s coming in or 750s coming in?
The 780s,
780s.
they were overclocked to whatever percentage pure nodes get clocked to.
Thank you. Go on, Mr. S.
Hi. Soviet radar tech post-war took a lot from the Germans. We called J in maths as yacht and not J, which would be the German.
Yeah. So, in total, as far as I can tell, we're taking 1136.25 out of 1440.
Yeah, sounds about right.
11 what?
So Ari's belt is a better supply.
So the total quartz that's going down the factory to the other the thing we're going to replace.
Yeah.
Is 303.75 quartz, which is not enough to achieve what we need.
It's not enough. So we take Ari's belt then.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad. By the way, I haven't put brackets in here. I apologise to all mathematicians who are looking at my stream going, Vim, you've written an equation in the fix-it thing, and it's got it right, but at the same time, yeah.
Fine. That's fine.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't like the lack of brackets. Gear says... Go on.
Turning into a programmer. Programmers that moan about lack of brackets.
Yeah, it's true.
What do you mean? I did do programming 20 years ago.
I know, but it's in my office. It's the programmers that moan that there aren't enough brackets.
Going back to what we were talking about earlier, it's the way that it looks that's more important than the fact that it actually works.
It does. It copes. I can live with that. That's fine. Gear says, as far as I know, all this is because the web's handled bank info, being delicate info, and because there's lots of bad faith on those platforms, so you've got to put some control on that. All right. Okay. This is all to do with the OnlyFans.
Sort of.
The Patriot type webs, I mean. All right. I don't know. This is all beyond me slightly, I'm afraid.
Sort of. Yes, but no as well.
Yes, but no, but don't start that.
It's a big and complex thing, and especially when international money is involved, and there's an awful lot of it going around. There are some people who do marketing who just sell other people's products and make hundreds of thousands a month doing it.
Yeah, exactly. It's all weird. Now,
I wish I could do that.
Mine all. On the map, if I'm looking at the map, relative to where everything is, where is the current output from Ari's spare belt?
Ari's working on it. Head towards where Ari is on the map.
Okay. Undet says, can the internal calculator in Satisfactory solve integrals?
Integrals?
Integrals,
no.
Yes.
No.
You can't.
Is it just... I don't know what... I actually don't know. I haven't used the internal thing in Satisfactory. I've got a calculator that is sat next to me, so I do calculate stuff.
You're going to ask me to start to do all... Yeah, I haven't done integrals since I was at school. Christ, that
Can
hurts.
it do algebra? Does it know what a logarithm is?
Does it know what sine and cosine and all the rest of it mean?
Yes.
Tans and...
Does it know how many sweets they are and when the train's going to get to the destination?
A good question. Mr. S.
No, it doesn't even do cosine and stuff, so...
That needs to... you don't do angles in this. We're going to head, and we're going to head to the nitrogen input.
Yeah.
The nitrogen
calculator
factory.
does enough for...
Biomass.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am bringing raw quartz along the... what is it? The nuclear line, which is bringing in my electronic control rods and my...
Oh, fuck. On that one, really?
Cubes.
Yeah,
yes.
The source of it is at the
don't
top
do it that
of
way.
the source of it is at the top of the water tower, Vimus.
So, what way do you want me to bring it in?
I've been trying to get rid of. I've been trying to get rid of that line, not add more shit to it.
Well, so how do you plan on bringing conversion cubes over to it?
Yeah, I know. Well, I hadn't got that far yet.
It's outside of the base. Ari still is not actually in the factory yet.
No, I know, but you'd said. Well, actually, it's not where I thought it was then, because I thought it was near the nitrogen, but it's obviously nowhere near the nitrogen, if that's the case.
No, it's down at the top of the water tower in the nuclear area.
Yeah, it's the nuclear area.
So it's the quartz behind the nuclear area, yeah?
At the top of the water tower, there is quartz.
To the east.
To the...
Well, it's
Or
kind
right.
of.
I don't know. I don't seem
north,
to have a.
Oh, east of the nuclear
but
hole.
our nuclear.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, people who are watching this who don't know where our nuclear stuff is, that massive hole is where our nuclear factory is. Our nuclear power station is.
Just east of
This
there.
is-
Talk about these two
That
there.
is that is the top of our water tower.
And our water tower goes down, and right, because it only goes to the nuclear, doesn't it? It doesn't go anywhere else.
Yeah.
RF engineering is
I
full of
see.
integrals. Sorry, the factory's
Well, I
looking
had a
better
belt
than the
that went
last time I
straight
checked.
into the nuclear.
The factory, actually, the look of the factory is pretty good. We're getting good at building big now, whereas we got used to just building a normal factory before. But we're getting better at doing bigger stuff. And
We've been working
this
stuff
little
out.
spiral thing there is
I wanted
is a
to build
train
that
line,
inside.
which is really cool.
I was going to put it inside a blueprint for Gerbil, but I think they still got blueprints and trains still broken, aren't they?
Yeah.
So
Unfortunately.
I wouldn't trust blueprints and trains.
no,
Yeah,
I'm going to go.
I don't think it quite
Would
fits in the blueprint, does it?
Would you
No,
trust boots
well,
and
no.
cats?
What I do is I do 1/4 of a turn.
Okay. Right, I'll be back in a second.
Sure. See you in a sec. I'm going to fall down. I'm going to fly across to where Ari's input would be. So if I fly across here to where those items fly along, and let's see if there's any other way of getting them. I think you might be right, Ari.
Apparently, our factory gives Undead roller coaster tycoon vibes, which I
Oh God,
get
yeah,
totally.
yeah. Every single factory is a different roller coaster. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
You've definitely
Hashtag
gone past
consistent.
where I am, by the way.
I've
am I?
gone past where you are.
Yeah, Mr. S has joined you. I'm still in the main factory.
I haven't. I've gone too far.
He's
I was
gone.
actually
I'm
I was heading to the top of the tower,
still
but I
following
clearly
you.
don't need to.
So, yeah.
Where are you?
Inputting items in there is going to cause.
So theoretically, it should
problem.
be moving along this belt, but I don't know why there's no quartz on it, even though it's attached.
Getting it across. Maybe
Oh!
it's just a visual.
It might be a glitch.
It's happening quite a bit where I'm building stuff and then
Shit.
nothing happens for a while.
Yeah, no,
So we're
I've got
going
the
to
same
take it along
thing.
to a whole
I've
new
got the same
road
thing.
over
Yeah,
there
it's fair enough.
and
It
not
does
use this
happen.
one. Yeah.
I'm
You
having
could-
more fun with my
Can I?
work server, which is possibly like this.
Go over here. Right. That's Willow there.
The
She's not here at the
spiral
moment.
the spiral thing is really cool. There's more than one of them as
Yeah.
well. So
There is.
There's like, this is your fourth one, I think.
yeah.
Hmm. You need to put another one of these going that way. Fuck.
Right, back.
Welcome back.
I'm trying to imagine how I'm going to get the quartz across where we're going to use it.
So this
and
is the
it's
moment
difficult.
that we need to make the decision of which way we're going. I guess we're going along this way. And we're
Yeah,
not
it's
supposed to
running
go
a belt
the other.
across the factory again, which is.
Actually, I'd like you to go due south from where you've been.
Due south.
I've been due south before. It's quite nice.
I used to watch it.
I
Yeah.
love that show. I actually
good.
have the album. That was
Well-
I loved Diefenbaker.
yeah.
Arf. Getting that quartz.
I don't know if I
Uh,
told you guys actually. All of Due South is
All of it?
available on YouTube. Somebody put the whole thing on there.
No way.
Yeah.
Nice.
And apparently it's in a pretty good quality as well. So
That's cool.
that is now I want to go and watch it. So that might be a thing that I end up doing.
I know that
I mean-
the main guy used to get a bit narked because the dog used to get more letters than he did.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Sending a present to a dog is one thing. Sending a present to the dude in the show is more complicated and expensive.
And
Right.
stalkery. Nobody thinks you're stalking a dog. That's
No, and the dog really doesn't care.
no.
The dog's like, yeah, bring it on. You gonna give me food? I'm there. I'm all for it.
You're going to give me more things? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely right. Oh, it was our
You
cat's
know the
birthday
conveyor
yesterday.
belts, tornado.
Barney's birthday.
Let's Game It Out built. What if
Yeah,
it was
oh God.
rails?
Yeah, with rails, absolutely right.
Says under outside. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned.
It's a little bit.
bouncing
Yeah,
around here
because
waiting for Ari to
I
arrive.
think. No. Getting that belt across the factory is going to be. It require a whole new road. I need a whole new road for it. I wasn't. I think
Does
I'd
it
build a
not?
whole
Well,
new road
does
tonight.
it? Does it not go
No.
down the new road that Willow made?
That's one. It's one direction.
Well, then you add a second direction to the side of it.
Yeah.
But
which is
isn't
four
the
platforms
direction
wide?
isn't the direction
That's fine.
that the
Zoop.
right direction?
You can zoop it, just get one belt running along there.
If we're going from the nuclear to the other side of the factory, isn't Willow's Road the right direction?
Willow's Road. Willow's Road is going the wrong direction. No, because it's only bringing resources from what is the site we're building on towards the courts where you are, not the other direction.
Oh,
18
I see.
Belts run the wrong direction in there. sort of
Right.
thing.
The problem
Right,
with a factory this large is that I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
I've
Welcome
brought
to my
I've
world.
brought the courts to you as you asked.
Thank you.
It is here.
Well, I was
it's kind
hoping
of
to not use
right.
it, so I didn't have to worry
know.
about getting off factory with it. But yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, that's
And I
fine.
don't know where to bring it into.
No, that's kind of what I
There
was
is-
looking at.
You
there
know
is
what we
no
could
other
do?
Easy way.
Oh, you know, hold on a second. We can cheat.
Temporary belt right across the middle of the factory.
No, I was going to do something else, which was going to be
Let's
amusing,
not
but no.
Fix
do
it
that.
later.
Let's do that.
Hello.
Uh,
Ahoy, hope you guys are well. Use my Prime for a change. Happy to use it here. Andy, thank you so much for your
Andy.
Prime sub.
Thanks, Andy.
Dude, 12 months as well.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Hold on a second. Have I got a button for this? That'll do. I like that. Thank you so much indeed, dude.
We might in the future have some things that you can
Oh.
buy.
Oh
for
no!
real money.
Ramrod's got.
Oh,
Okay,
purged
you
for
belt
caps.
monkeys. What are you
said the
cheating
word
on today?
cheating in caps.
It's cheating. With that, no, clearly
No,
not.
it was refrained from using caps. It was a caps thing. Sorry,
Okay,
yeah.
Ramrod. Bot is mean. Yeah, if you've been here a long time, I've
Vimus
watched a
needs
lot.
to change his bot settings a bit more.
I need to make it less aggressive. My bot is
Yeah.
angry. I have a very
This
angry
is
bot.
not the conversation I thought we were going to be having tonight. To be fair.
It's AI for you, man. You just
I'm
can't
pretty
trust
sure
it.
I'm pretty sure that's the first thing on the to-do list.
What
What,
change?
about 4 years ago?
In
Change
the,
the
in the
bot.
reminders channel.
Now, that was
I've
one word. I
got
know.
a
I don't know
conveyor
why.
lift here
Oh no.
that's
No,
not
so-
vertical.
I've
So-
got an idea.
Vimus to sort out the welcome channel 3 years ago.
There you go. Oh Christ! No, I
yeah,
looked-
that's
you
still
know
not
what?
done.
Genuinely, I looked at the welcome channel this week for Discord. And I didn't actually do it. I didn't pull the trigger. I should have done. Right, I've got an idea.
Where's my?
I'm going to send it the wrong way.
To be fair, yeah, there's other stuff we should probably do to Discord as well as the welcome channel as part of that.
Yeah. Oh,
Sure,
and Andy's bloody knackered apparently. He's been watching season 3 of Black Sails. I started nodding off. I haven't seen Black Sails. Black Books. I'm with you all the way.
Black Sails is meant to be really good. I've not seen
I've
it.
heard
But
good
it's-
things.
You know, things like that and Vikings. I keep wanting to watch them, and then I'll get to a point where I'm looking for something, and I'll go, "It's a historical thing. I want to watch something else."
I'll tell you what you might want to watch.
That's- Go on.
Anybody here got Apple TV?
Yes.
Nope.
There's a series that's current on Apple TV. They're on episode 6 this week. Episode 7 this week on Friday, called Silo.
I saw the adverts for it, and I thought I'll watch that when it finishes. Good stuff.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It looks nice. We've been
Excellent.
watching it. We cannonballed the first 5 episodes. Really enjoyed
Yeah.
that. Liked it.
Awesome.
You prefer Blackadder, Ramrod says.
Yeah,
Fair enough. I've got an idea. It's dirty. I don't like.
Is it a cunning plan? If you
It's,
prefer
it's,
Blackadder.
I don't like it, so therefore yes.
Right.
Good.
The only question I've got in my own head now is, if I bring the quartz along this road here, whether or not it's a worse plan than the other one.
What
It
worries
might be
me
a much
now?
worse plan.
What worries me now is that we're all at different parts of the factory, and yet we've all got things that are sort of coming together slowly. And how
Well,
is that going to work?
I did at one point think, fuck it, we'll just do the quartz factory on this side,
Yeah.
and turn it
yeah,
to
yeah.
silica on this side.
Mhm.
But actually, it might not be a bad shout just building a silica factory this side, convert the whole lot. But we'll see. And the Black Sails is seriously good. I can highly recommend it. I'm just rewatching it on DVD, doing a few episodes at a
Nice.
time. That's fair enough.
There's a thing on Prime that I might
I'm
start this week called the Griffin, which is foreign with
You're
dubbing,
there.
but
Yes.
that might be interesting. So,
There's Mr. S.
and I still haven't seen Shadow and Bone because I've been farting around trying to get a new car.
Yes, good point.
Fair enough.
Got to watch that as well.
I'm gonna watch that.
Where's Ari got to? Sorry, I didn't see where he got to.
Oh,
Right. Okay. If you follow me,
Yeah, I'm following you, so I don't get too confused.
Other way around, Rod, capitalised if on that sentence.
If you get your ceiling mounts, you can just add another layer. Well, there's lots. Yeah, I mean, ceiling mounts or the rods, the way we have been doing is not a problem.
the
problem with
accidental
using ceiling mounts is they're
synchronization
too
says
deep.
under, or it's called spontaneous synchronization. Yeah, that's the.
Yes.
Right,
Oh God,
so here's
it's
the
lagging
end
like a
of the-
bastard out here.
Here's the end of the quartz.
You put it underneath.
I didn't put it underneath.
We've
It
got
is
space.
underneath, however. We
It's
can
fine.
do it. We can still
It
do
will
it.
fit. It will fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about
Okay,
TV,
it's
have you
going the
watched
wrong
one
way.
that was
for a second. Not a problem.
filmed in the airfield near me, Masters of the Sky.
Not yet.
No.
No, I want to see that.
I've still got to see the
Right.
second series of Slow Horses that I put off for ages.
I haven't
Oh,
actually
God, you watched that as well,
I
yeah.
haven't got Apple
Yeah.
TV, so I haven't watched it, but yeah, it was Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks doing it.
Things are being deleted. Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay.
There wasn't enough space for it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I'm always very worried about this bit because this is the nuclear bit.
Yeah, we don't want the things to cease functioning. That'll be a bit of a problem.
We
There we
can
go,
run
that's
this
working
under
now.
there, so that's okay.
Yes, that's giving it a bit of height. Andy says, also had a bit of stress today. My car's having a bit of an issue. Need to get it off to the garage tomorrow, but only if you can get an appointment. Yeah, it's a bit like getting a doctor's appointment right now. Going to the
I
garage.
don't know if you... Were you here around last week when we were talking about it? My car failed its MOT, and when they replaced it, they did a... It wasn't a bad job, but it wasn't a good job.
No.
On fixing the rust under the sill.
Yeah,
And
that was not
and so
ideal.
I've bought a new one
Got a
because
new toy.
I just realised this is the point where if I don't buy it this year and I wait till the next MOT, it's going to cost a fortune, because on the advisory was that there was more rust as well that would have to be dealt with, which wasn't bad at the moment,
Yeah,
but would need to be dealt with by the next one.
That's
Yeah,
the point that my first car got to. It's like had a few years of fixing small patches of rust.
Oh,
and
Yeah.
This is horrible. Look at it. What's going on
But
here?
there was one thing I had to get the right
I
model of the car. There was one thing that I absolutely must. I mean, it's not every car's got it. I
You
know.
want an integrated
but
toilet.
it's something that is absolutely vital, and that was air conditioning.
Sorry. Excuse. Sorry. Puns are. Yeah, there's a reason for that. Let's not go into that, shall we? Right. That's interesting.
I have windows. It's fine.
It's that. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, you're coming along here still. So I'm watching
I
something.
have CarPlay now, which makes me feel really posh until I try and use it and realise that I don't know what I'm doing.
Stop it. Oh, sorry, I'm just getting annoyed about something. Wait. Oh,
Yeah.
doing that stupid crouching thing again. Stop it.
My mom's got it in her car, but she never has the cable in her car to use it.
I got myself a dedicated
it is.
cable for it. It just stays in the
Yeah.
car all
So
the
we've got-
time.
Excess coming down here into that. Why is that happening?
I looked at using it the other day. 'Cause the built-in sat navs on some of the cars are missing
Oh,
so
rubbish.
many
Well,
roads.
my car doesn't have a sat nav because for some reason, second-hand Kias, everybody takes the SD card out and sells it on separately.
That's good of them.
So none of the second-hand ones seem to have the little SD card with all the maps in. But
Right, yeah,
with-
my mum's just had hers updated.
Why are we doing
But then
Yeah.
it's still missing the roads.
Well, I mentioned to Vimus earlier, I could do an update on this. I don't want to do it though, because it's working at the moment, and if it goes wrong, it means replacing the head unit.
Right, yeah, my mum normally gets the Kia garage to do it whenever she sends it in for a MOT.
Yeah, for an MOT. Yeah.
What's coming along here?
Good
But
luck
I-
with maps. Ibis is having an existential crisis. It's quite fun to listen to.
I'm sorry, no. Oh, I've got a thing where we've got a small amount of encased industrial beams crossing the entire map and then going straight into a sink.
Into a sink. Yeah.
I'm trying to work out why. why was the sink there? What's it been placed there for? What's the meaning of life?
I don't know why it's there. I mean, we could at least get rid of that box that's on the end of it because we don't need that clearly. There's an empty box on the end of it.
Sorry.
We don't. I'm gonna.
Andy says, overflow to the right in case just straight on. There's something. It was obviously going somewhere important. I don't know why it's not going that place now.
But that's not a smart splitter. It's just.
No, this end it is though. There's a smart splitter.
Oh, you got one at the other end. Oh, sorry.
Andy says my car's a 2006, so it's getting on a bit. No, it ain't, mate. Yeah. Trust me. I can't afford to get a new one at the moment, which is reasonable.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It's an engine management indicator. Oh, it's slow starting this morning and very sluggish. And struggled up the hill on the way home from work. So yeah, definitely sorting. It sounds like it might be. You might be in. If you've got a turbo diesel or a small turbo petrol, it might have a slight issue with the turbo and be limiting the engine slightly. Might be putting on like what they call not go home mode. What's it called?
Limp home mode.
Limp home mode. That's the one.
Yeah.
But somebody will be able to plug a Jobby Watts into each car's got an ADB2 port. They plug a reader into it. It gives them the error messages, and then they'll be able to work it out.
Yeah. And it says BMW cars are something of a folklore rust buckets in Russia. And then he said, why not use a phone, which is what I'm doing. Modern plastic glass slabs are capable enough to replace a navigator.
Yeah. I know what you're saying, Ramrod, yes. Small petrol Vauxhall into 1 litre engine in 2006. It might just be a straightforward petrol, yeah, not a turbo petrol.
Was that just something that was sorting out where somebody put something on the wrong belt?
So,
maybe. No, that might be it, actually.
What it is, encased industrial beams come down. It's an overflow of encased industrial beams from Aries factories.
Yes.
Comes along the line, and the way it's currently set up is it's primarily being sent across the factory to where you are. And I think, if I remember correctly, it's temporary because it was something over there that we were supplying encased industrial beams to. We don't need to anymore.
Right. But, you might be right. Actually.
But I'm gonna do that offline because I want to double check that completely. I'm not doing.
Yeah,
it
that
tonight.
makes sense. Yeah.
That is a bit of a worry because the encased industrial beams have been set, well. If I go back up this line here.
What were they doing?
Go on. So encased industrial beams are coming.
Sorry, whereabouts do they go? Were they feeding the old? What are they? Hardened. What the machine frames? Like the heavy machine frames. Were they feeding that?
Off the top of my head, I can't remember. I'm just trying to trace the belt.
I mean, they aren't now.
Because I remember needing more stuff for that, yeah.
There we go.
Undet says, I'd love to learn to drive. Too bad no one in the family drives a left-sided manual car. I tell you what, I'm really struggling with at the moment. First gear.
Oh, right, okay.
Because I've driven an automatic for 13 years now. The rest of the gears are fine, but for some reason, setting off...
As long as you remember what your left leg does, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now, you'll see that encased industrial beams are coming down there from Aries factories, only a small quantity. It's going right way around this because it's not being sent anywhere. But you'll notice there is a backup on this belt because what actually happens is the cross-factory bit, the bit where it goes across the factory, is being sent into Willow's New Road.
Right.
That's backed up because we've got it set so that the cross-factory bit's more important. In fact, it's set to any, it's equal at the moment. Some of it should go to storage. I don't think it's out to go to storage right now.
Encased industrial going into storage.
But to be honest, it doesn't matter right now. We've got to get this court sorted. I'm just trying to work out where I'm going to bring it to. I can't get it across the factory right now. So what I suggest we do is we build the machines that are going to use it, and we can steal the 300 we've got spare on the belt off the main road for the minute, and then I can look at how I'm going to get it across here somehow.
Oh, that's why it's not
the storage is full of encased industrial beams.
Yeah, I think there's other encased industrial beams from elsewhere.
Fair So Undets has said you add some acceleration while releasing the clutch. IIRC. It has to bite. At least that's what I assume happens. Yes, but I've driven an automatic for 13 years. So what's happened is you put your foot on the right-hand pedal. You only have to do with right and left. You don't have to deal with the middle pedal at all. You put your foot on the right-hand pedal to go, and the car sorts the rest of it out for you. So my problem is, and here's the other thing. So what you've said is technically right, but what you've got to do, it's not. At least a better way to do it isn't adding some acceleration whilst releasing the clutch. It's setting your acceleration first and then releasing the clutch. Otherwise, you're more likely to stall if you start to release the clutch first and then add a bit of acceleration. Now, eventually, with every car, you'll just get to know where the biting point is and you'll do it. But I've only had the car 3 days, and I don't know where that is. So it's
Yeah, I had.
You get it quickly enough.
You get it. You get it eventually. I did one nice smooth takeoff from a junction today, and that's the start of it getting sort of embedded in my psyche. But yeah, until I've got that, it's just a kind of a war with my brain going. Now I've got to remember to do this, and that's it.
Now, mine at all.
Mine was just a manual to a manual, just for a couple of days when I used my mum's car for a couple
You're lucky,
of days.
Yeah.
Still had to learn that car sort of thing.
Before I did that, actually, Mum parked her car on a slope and couldn't get it to reverse. And I, who am not insured in her car, had to reverse the car off the slope for her because she couldn't do it. So I can do it. It's just,
Yeah. I just want a quick confirmation check from people. If we're converting 360 quarts into silica,
yes,
and the quartz says 22. Sorry, quartz says 22.5 consumed a minute. Is it 16 machines, or am I doing the stupid calculation wrong again?
Well, that's what you said. We had 16 machines.
We've got 16 machines that are consuming silica.
Are we just doing the standard recipe?
I don't know what you've calculated then.
I'll tell you what, I'll quickly say it again. So we've got 16 machines consuming 37.5 silica a minute.
Right, so how many is that in total?
Times 60 is 600.
It's 600, yeah, that's right. Sorry, not divided by 600. And
divided by 5.
Yep.
Times 3 is 360.
Yep.
Then
so how many machines?
And how quickly do those machines make it?
Let me put it on the screen so people
they
can
consume 22.5 per minute.
22. No, I don't
raw quartz.
I don't want consumed. I need.
Sorry?
So which bit do you need? The quartz number or the silica number?
Well, we're working with silica, aren't we? At this
okay, so it's outputting 5 silica at 37.5.
At 37.5 a minute.
37.5 is the number I need. You need 9.6 machines.
Perfect. And they're only baby machines anyway, so that's good news.
And 9.6
you, Ramrod,
machines uses, 10 machines uses 225 quartz.
There we go.
So we can only so if we use 10 rather than 9 and a bit, we'll just use 10.
Smart, this,
it's a nice easy number.
Yeah.
It's only going to be a constructor in this case, isn't it?
And it says manual transmission is the best anti-theft device in North America.
Yep.
Yeah, I can believe that. I don't want to believe that. I don't like to dismiss people in that way, but yeah, I see what you mean. No cable, damn it. Okay.
I do like driving manual cars, but I also quite like driving the automatic. It's just,
I've driven an automatic for 7 years.
I tell you what, your discs get pitted a bit quicker. The brakes get worn down a little bit quicker because you're not braking with the engine at all. So it's,
You can. Oh no, it depends on the car.
It depends on the car. Yeah, you can't always. Mine you couldn't. You couldn't.
Yeah, yours doesn't. Yeah. The one thing I haven't really got my head around yet with our auto.
Yeah.
Because we've got one of each. Is using the we don't have paddle shift, but we've got buttons to change if you want to change the gear.
Right.
And I can get my head around that on the steering wheel. So what we've got is the big gear lever that does the auto bit.
Yeah.
You shove to one side and then use it plus up and down. sort of thing.
Yep.
To force it to manual gears.
Yeah.
And I do that for like rolling down hills and stuff to control that kind of stuff, which is great. But at the same time, my brain does like to melt when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm just like, what's going on? Why am I doing
had
this?
that in my old smart car.
I'll do for now. I've got to get rid of it.
My old smart car was smart enough that if I'd slowed to a stop, it would still automatically put me in first gear, even if I had it on manual shifting. So I could be in fourth or fifth gear, slow down to a stop at a junction, and it would put it in first gear automatically, even though it's in manual mode. My new smart car does not do that.
Oh God, getting used to that must be a nightmare.
So I can't use the manual mode in my car because I'm so used to it shifting down automatically when I stop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't have a manual mode in my car, so it wasn't a problem. But I mean, I did double declutch a few times going down hills, but you shouldn't.
No, I don't mean.
Also, my new car's automatic is much smarter than my old car's automatic, so I don't feel the need to use manual mode.
That's fair enough. One thing I've noticed actually on a 6P gearbox, how quickly I get into 6th and just stay there. It's like 30 miles an hour. I'm in 6th gear, and then that's it. Every just speed in between. It's why they just didn't make him automatics to begin with. I don't know.
Ram says manual. It's not safe with me around. I'm old as hell, and even I know how to write a cursive. A manual car is a toy to me. I love manual cars.
It says, I remember there being a thing called a variator. Question mark. It's called in Russian. Basically, a single gear that changes smoothly. New transmissions are really smart.
Variomatic is what they're known as in this neck of the woods, and DAF used to make them a lot. They're CVT gearboxes. They're basically CVTs.
She had a CVT in her old Citroen, I think.
Let me get rid of that a sec.
Citroen C1, I believe.
Get rid of that. Yeah, you get that in a lot. There's a lot of cars that still use CVTs. In fact, no, your old gearbox was a CVT, wasn't it, Miss Ress?
I think it might have been, yeah.
I think your Insight.
I think the ones that I was looking at with...
Absolutely, Jim.
I don't know if it was the Kia or it was with the Nissan, but one of them had CVT as well.
I think a lot of the Japanese ones still do.
Yeah.
Honda use it a lot.
Honda, you do
use it in some of theirs. So I'm waiting for the autosave to complete. There it is. Yeah, CVTs are...
That's why I've just dropped through the factory, because of an autosave.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
So
just bear with me a sec while I construct an area we might need, and then worry about what we
actually... Fingers crossed, we should now have normal Noblesse.
I don't know how big this needs to be, to be honest. I haven't bothered working it out in my head.
10, isn't it? 10 what? 10...
Yeah. Well, we've got a blueprint for 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 12 and then delete 2. I can't see what I'm doing.
So that's how big it needs to be. I know. That's how big it needs to be.
I need to make it double that.
That's 3. So you need to, you need to do
3,
6 per 6.
6 per 6.
Sorry.
Put it on again.
Yeah.
Check it on again.
Where's the cube?
Show me that.
Sorry, keep hitting the wrong
button.
button.
If only you knew what a CVT is. Continuous variable transmission. Continually variable transmission. Sorry. And it's a little bit like a giant.
It's an automatic. Just call it an automatic.
It's a code, isn't it? It's a code.
It's not. It's not. No, it's none of those things. It's not an automatic. No, it's weird. It's weird. 1 second. Positioning. I like it. Where's the inputs and outputs?
I don't know.
Which way round is it?
I was just worried about where the floor was. So that...
I can't remember what the input and output is.
No, I don't know. Wait, can't you tell from the thing?
Yes, it is a belt drive. Yeah, but I can't remember which one it is. Where the triple lines is in. Is it ins?
The triple lines are in on the others.
Are you looking at a splitter or a merger?
Exactly.
We're looking at a blueprint.
Yeah.
So we're looking at a constructor.
Oh, let me just. I'll bring.
In a constructor, is the input at the side with the power cable on, or the side without the power cable on?
So the input is the side with the power cable on.
Yeah, side with the power cable.
Okay, so the inputs are towards
this end at the moment. Toward the road. That's fine then. Chuck it in.
Yes, the input has 3 lines, and the output has the arrow. It kind of looks like an arrow, but it's more of a crescent.
Yeah, it's towards you, with the squeeze pulley. It can be. I mean, some CVTs have got like a conical solid steel or metal barrel, and the belt just moves up and down the barrel, essentially.
Yeah, this doggo bought something useful for once.
Okay.
Bought power slug. A yellow power slug.
Nice. So
Nice.
that's
I've just put the nuclear waste it found in a nuclear chest next to it.
it is backwards, is it? Ram said we're backwards.
So what I should do
Are
is
we?
go and take that back
Let's just
to
double
the.
check.
So was this a nuclear box?
Yeah,
input is
that
south,
has
apparently.
Bits of nuclear waste in it.
So-
My
Doesn't seem to actually be
grandmother
doing anything at the
drives.
moment.
We'll
My
just leave
grandmother
it here.
drives a '97 Honda Civic
No, we'll take it to the.
Vario. No idea. With a Variomatic.
If you got somewhere you can.
Yeah, that's a CVT.
Yeah,
That's the
the
input. That's an input, which means this
Yeah,
is wrong. Yay!
the whole thing is wrong.
Check the other one. Yeah, it's back to front.
It's back to front.
It doesn't matter.
Ah, bum. Did we?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
Sitting
we
with
should-
that bit of nuclear waste in him for a couple of weeks, I thought, just take it out and let him do something.
We
Oh,
should
fuck it.
just delete it and.
Yeah, we'll
do
just
it,
delete
shouldn't
it.
we?
Fuck it. I won't delete it because it's all your resources.
Oh,
Do you want me to
God,
give you a
yeah,
hand?
isn't it? Yes, please, because otherwise
Okay,
I'll be
no
here
worries.
all night. I mean, as long as it gets built twice between us, it'll be fine.
We'll be alright, yeah, exactly. Oh, fuck.
God, it's quiet when you sit down. When you stop flying.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I've got the sound set so quiet on this game now. Just turn them right down.
That sort of constant noise that you get, which you don't realise until you turn the game off, it's really annoying sometimes. But you don't know that it's there.
Yeah,
So you know
no.
something's wrong, but
I've got to remember not to delete the now we've got to be very careful not to delete the belts underneath us. I think I may have done one
Yes.
already.
oh god.
I'll worry about that in a second. Okay, guys, ready dozing off it. Andy, go snooze.
Yes, have a good.
Have a nice one. Thank
have
you
a
so
good
much for the
sleep.
sub. We'll see you soon, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm tired. So I was up at 4:30 Saturday and Sunday.
I don't know what you mean. I didn't go to bed last night until 4 o'clock in the morning.
I was up at
is it basketball?
7 this
Watching some
morning.
qualifying or something.
Basketball. NBA finals are on at the moment. I didn't realise I can watch them on YouTube and other things. It's
Yeah,
excellent.
I was watching the Formula E qualifying at 4:40 in the morning.
Ouch. All right. I'm going to bring up the blueprint this time. No, you got it. You got it. Okay, cool.
I've got it
right.
now. It's
So-
this way round.
Let me just
Because that's
double
the
check.
opposite way to the way that we had it.
It's
Yes.
the next race that's going to
Okay,
be
let's just line
interesting
it up.
because qualifying's
Line
at
it up.
like
There.
Yes.
half
Yes.
8 at night, and the race is on at 1 in the morning.
Oh, right. Okay.
Now I don't have enough materials to build the rest of that. So if you want to do the
I'll
last
do the
bit,
next
you
bit.
should.
Yeah, I shall.
So you're going to pull an all-nighter?
No, I'm probably
don't
just
don't
gonna
fall.
watch,
No.
watch the qualifying, put in my
Need to get some
predictions for the
electricity
race,
in it.
and then go to bed and watch the race in the morning.
I haven't sat up and watched anything all night for a
Ooh, the
very
blue-
long time.
The blueprint thing doesn't work.
It's
if
it's qualifying that I
You
need to
didn't
be
make
awake
it.
for because you have to do the qualifying in each round of qualifying,
Sure.
Yeah.
and there are 4 rounds of qualifying.
Especially with the shootout at the end.
Mr.
yeah.
S, do you want to start putting power
Yes,
in? I was
you-
going to say,
Yeah, I
and
will
I'll,
do. Yeah.
I'll start the
You
building.
get the group stage,
How many
and then
got
you
we
get
got?
the 3
2.
rounds of the shootouts.
Are you going to take the last 2 out?
Yeah, I'll do that now. Well done,
Cool.
Sully. Good evening. Hello. Good morning.
Bloody hell.
How are you, sir? Hope you're doing well.
We've got...
How's your
Do
gross
we have
occur
enough
first
bombs
situation?
yet?
Oh right, it's the double stack box. Normal ones we've only got a stack and a bit of them.
Yeah, that's because I forgot
It's
to
so
link the output of normal ones to the
Right.
port. They
okay.
were just going into making clusters.
No.
So.
Cluster one, we've got
Fix
like
these.
5 stacks.
I'll do that first. Oh,
So there's enough for a stack each.
Mark 4s.
What do cluster ones do? We can take 16 and just have some fun.
You just can take the extras in.
Right,
Just
do the
away
olds.
from the lizard doggo.
Away from the lizard doggo.
No, what
Change them
are
all
you
to Mark
doing?
4s. Oh. He's doing emotional damage according to Sully.
Do these do
You
building
had it on
damage?
default. I
No,
thought I
they
put
won't
it back
damage the
to
building, but-
thing. I was being dumb then. I must have had it on the other one already. Thanks, mate. Back. No. They're all connected up to go on this one, so I need to go to the next one. Beautiful. I'll do the middle now. On top. I'll have to do underneath in a minute. Did I do that one? No, I missed. That one. Might as well just do all the top ones. Like it. Change more to Mark 4s so they're not broken, and then change more back to Mark 5s. That's what we need. Actually, to be honest, you don't need Mark 5s in a lot of this stuff. It's just easier.
The resource you've got, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's easier to build at the fastest tier because you don't have to worry about going back to it later and going, oh, I forgot, we've upgraded it or something.
We're just doing normal silica
That was fun.
recipe, aren't we?
Yes, it's the basic silica recipe.
Okay, that's in, that's on.
Lovely. I haven't belted up underneath yet. I'm just doing the vertical
fair
conveyors for now. How is Slee today?
Kind of want to
Are you doing
let
okay?
you do that before you start putting belts in, because
We're getting in the way of each other otherwise, don't we?
yeah.
And it is done. Right.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't wait for deleting the whole blueprints. That will be excellent. I'm going to start at this end and do the belting up. Okay. That one to there. That one to there.
Ah, I'm going to start the other end then, because I've just...
Oh, you did the same as me? Oh,
I was
shit,
doing the
sorry.
same as you, yeah.
Oh. Oh, Seth, what's going on? They're being built in front of me. Oh, you're doing them like that? Oh, that's why.
They
Doesn't matter.
should go like that, shouldn't they?
Yeah, you're good. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, that's great.
I was just going. It's not. People have different processes for these things. It's all good. Right. So we've got the inputs on that side. They're the outer edges, aren't they? In this case. So let me just double check. Yep, that's going in that way.
I think it's all done.
And then the outputs will come to here, and then the outputs for this. Are they giving you a big number? It's not. It's 600, isn't it? So we
it's
can
not
combine
a
it into
big
one
number.
belt.
Yeah.
So we should be able to just do. Hey! Fuck! Really?
No structural damage.
Wow.
Well, mental damage maybe.
I
wasn't
you were
expecting
standing
that.
away.
It's one of those things where there's an
an
explosion on your...
Oh, that's why. Oh, what's going on here?
When there's an explosion on your stream after Vimus has been building something, you do just assume...
that I've done something wrong.
Wrongly, possibly, but I don't know.
No, you're good. I get it.
I mean, if I know I haven't done it, then
that's
somebody
it.
else has
They're
got to, and there's only one other option.
Have I done that wrong?
Have we done
Yeah,
this the wrong
done
way
that
around
wrong.
again?
I've done something wrong. Bear with me a second.
Alright.
Good there was no input.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, 375 silica for den. Yeah, exactly right. We're gonna have to underclock one of them, or we underclock all 10.
By a little bit.
Which somebody can work out. I can't bother.
Dynamite jump scare, says Anders.
How
Yeah.
did you get 9.6 to 10? 96%?
Chase it around the garden.
That sounds about right.
It's
There you go, Mr. S. Can you do that while I'm doing it?
96%. All right.
Yeah, there you go. So this will be the output. Brilliant. So 2 outputs there. I need to put a merger in and a splitter. Okay, that's easy enough. So we have an input, which will come through the side of here, probably, somehow. Let's grab a splitter.
Yeah,
Not
so it should make
organisation.
36 per minute rather than 37.5.
Yeah.
That's it.
Splitter. We'll have it. I don't know where it comes in at the moment, to be honest. Pop it in there like that. And then we should.
Yeah, 'cause we were
just
aiming
go-
for 360, weren't we? That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the output will end up coming out the side because we're only going to make enough for the production facility there, so that's going to be a wall. So we're going to aim the output at that. That is an output, is it not? Double check. It is.
That should be done.
Brilliant. I need a merger. Probably like.
It was murder.
It was merger. Absolutely right, it was. And in fact, I'm going to offset that the other way. Yep. Just make it a little bit
Ooh,
easier.
I'm gonna have to get some stuff.
Do it. You're digging holes again? Oh my word.
Undet says he loves Ural weather. 32 degrees all week, and a nice violent thunderstorm at the weekend.
Oof. Is there any breeze at all, or is it just
Is it
still
just-
stagnant heat?
We've had 2021 for most of the last few days,
Yeah, it's been nice.
and it's been lovely. It's just
It's been-
right.
It's been 17 the last couple of days. Strangely.
That's what I thought.
Oh,
Okay.
it wasn't here.
No, we
I know, because I was out trying to wash a car in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, today it's only 17, it's quite cloudy.
I'm gonna have to run. Annoying.
We had a cloudy morning, but then it heated up.
You're
in the
murdered, but you
afternoon.
lived. Yes, exactly right.
Yeah, well, apparently
very
outside it only got to 17 according to the weather app.
Okay, it's time to go. Time to go and do
That we've got. I'm just looking
the
at my
half height thing.
look at my inventory. And it's all gone. It's just those blueprints that we've
Is it really?
put in. Yeah.
Putting it there is a pain, isn't it, Vim? Yes, it is, because that's a central hole. Blood for the blood god! I agree. Whatever he said. Floor hole. Yeah, I could do that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do... Oh, autosave, that's what I do.
The thing is, the temperature's going to rise again
I'm for some walls.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday up to
Yes.
like mid-20s.
Yeah.
But it's also going to rain,
I'm going to keep it
Yes.
inside, dude.
and
And at least one news outlet's going to claim that it's a heat wave as well.
Oh, yeah, it's
not-
a heat wave,
the
definitely.
Daily Mail
Not just
already has.
summer. Have they already?
Yeah, impending heat wave incoming. Yeah, I mean, why
Oh
wouldn't you?
dear God! You can always trust the Daily Mail,
go.
can't you?
For being... Well, you can...
Not
you can
trust.
them to be
What's the other
to
word?
be-
Hate. You can always hate the
hate
Daily
the
Mail.
Daily
can't
Mail,
you?
yeah.
You can always predict the Daily Mail.
Yeah. Yes, that's
This
true.
is the truth.
which means it's gonna meant to be raining
out
Saturday. And I'm
There,
meant
is
to
that
be
about right?
outside a lot of the day on Saturday.
Oh,
You
Take an
out?
umbrella.
What's going on? That middle? Oh, I got it right. Hey,
That's
nice.
There we go. Anywhere. I haven't got anywhere.
Visiting family again at the weekend.
Ah, He's gone all Vin Diesel on us.
To do outside.
Sorry.
About family.
It's not in the right place.
It's Stevenage Day on Saturday.
Stevenage.
Oh,
What's the
yes,
official
the
day?
thing with the
Stevenage
buns.
Day.
No, that's
Oh, is that something
no,
else?
that's no. The bun throwing is destroyed occasions.
Oh, okay. Well, we had the cheese rolling this week as well.
Yeah, and did you hear about the woman who won?
Yeah.
On the ladies'
yeah,
race.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's two things with that. I
Made the
didn't- I-
national news as well, which is great. I love it when Gloucester makes the national news because it's always for bad things or
I
the
mean,
cheese rolling. It's basically
Or the
cheese
cheese
rolling
rolling, yes.
or murder. That's what we.
Yeah,
that's all we've got.
That's all we're known for. Or
Yeah,
a
we had
really
some-
bad
Some
rhyme.
Americans in another Discord have been going, I just discovered that you Brits do cheese rolling.
It's a mile from my house.
Yeah,
Really?
The cheese rolling is a mile
like
from where I live.
2.5 miles from me. It's not far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the funny thing about this is that the woman who won her thing, if I really got that wrong, knocked herself out
Yes.
Yeah.
going down the hill. But she made the national news in such a way that when she apparently got to Canadian Customs carrying her wheel of cheese, they just waved her straight through. Because they're like,
That's
it's just
incredible. That's brilliant.
I mean, that's brilliant. We've heard of you. We know who you are. Apparently, I got told. I mean, it's like fair dues.
That's a thing that should happen more often.
Have you ever watched any of these kind of you can't come into our country because, especially Australian ones?
Yeah, the Australian ones.
The Australian ones are like, you sneezed, right? Your snot's not allowed in. You're fined. You might contain
dear.
some kind of bizarre
Yes, you
disease
came
in it.
into contact with a gerbil
Careful with that.
25 years ago, and now not allowed in.
It hasn't been proven. And none of the police records.
You licked a toad. And
Exactly.
that sort of thing.
So he says, I've heard. I guess it's heard, not head.
Boris has
Boris
handed
handed
over
over
his
his WhatsApp data, except for the stuff he did not hand over.
The Boris thing this week's been really
I
interesting.
just ignored it
Because what's happened is that because he was the Prime Minister at the time, and because technically he was doing a job when he was doing it, he gets legal aid, because that's the rules.
Oh, God, yeah.
And the government have now
fucking
said,
weird.
if Boris does the thing that the inquiry want him to do, hand over the stuff, they're not going to pay him his legal aid anymore. It's a really
There's all
weird
sorts of
thing.
other weird shit in there as well.
This is conservative on conservative action, and not in a Pornhub way. But it's
What I kind of like about it is the government have kind of said, oh, we don't talk political stuff sometimes. This is funny. Because the government have gone, no, you can't have these things because what I actually think's happened is he's changed phones and probably his number at the same time. And on the other phone, when he transferred to the new phone, it automatically deleted everything.
Everything, yeah.
And he didn't back it up. I bet you the
maybe.
messages don't even exist anymore. Not because they're trying to hide something, but because they're
it just is not there. Yeah.
If they're just,
Well, that's
because I
the
did
thing.
that to
There is
myself. I
a
should
thing
know better.
called there's a thing called Hanlon's razor. Never put down to malice what can be explained by stupidity.
And there's a lot of that going around.
And I think that in politics, it's like
Now.
almost every decision that somebody makes, Hanlon's razor is a big part of why it's a bad idea.
So I'm gonna make a sign because I do that sometimes now. I'm now putting signs everywhere. I'm gonna put a sign here on the road. I know, but I've borrowed his idea. I'm stealing this from Gerbil. This is what I'm doing. I'm stealing this idea from Gerbil.
Have you seen this piping one that's down here?
I'm not getting involved. Not looking. Don't look. Hashtag don't look.
What?
This one down. It's just down here.
So
I'm trying to
down in the hype
360.
tube that runs alongside of the factory.
Oh, underneath.
Yeah.
I'll say
road.
360 silica in, and what is it? It's
Single bed.
600. No, not silica in. It's quartz in. Silica out. Yeah, silica in and silica out. Yeah, that makes sense.
Tube.
Oh,
This
yeah.
sign. Ah, yeah.
Right, there we go. Because I wanted to make sure I don't forget.
Recently.
Where are
That's
you?
It's a good one. It's a good one.
You're right there. Yeah. What about the tube?
No, the sign. Something you just have to read.
Mario.
Don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, this all got redone actually recently with the floor things and everything. But the Conservative on the Conservative Pornhub stuff is on Boris's phone. So much so that's why he needs so many phones.
I don't know. I've got
think he knows
a
which
feeling
partner he left
there's something that would knock Richie on his ass in there somewhere, and that's where they're trying to hide it.
Second.
But
I've been corrected apparently. It's
368 to 25 quarts in.
we needed 600, didn't we?
Pass.
There was a 600 in there somewhere.
360.
I thought it was always 360.
Quartz in, and 600 silica out, isn't it?
Not
No?
the calculation you told me earlier.
Oh, a second.
You said
Yeah, no, it is.
The thing is,
silica out. Sorry, my apologies. No, you're right. You're right.
just to prove this,
Right.
Big me. Right, I have 360 on my calculator right there. That's been sat there
Yeah.
waiting for us. That was the calculation that we were.
Well, we said we needed. Hold on
were
a second. Hold on a
Yeah,
minute.
I don't know what you've told me then. You've told me wrong calculations somewhere.
I'm just going to double check this. People were throwing different numbers at me. So we needed 37.5 times 16. So we needed 600 silica. So
Yeah, it was
that's
360 raw quartz then you needed.
yeah.
So
So
somewhere
360
we've
I was right.
So somewhere we've
messed up this
missed-
calculation.
missed-
I
the
asked
numbers
how much
round.
silica did you need, and you said
No, it's quartz. It should have been the 22.5 and not the 37.5.
What?
Oh, I see. I see
So-
what's gone wrong.
So what needs to change? Okay, easy enough. What needs to change?
We need to
We
make
need
the
more
factory bigger.
machines.
Yeah.
It's not
Oh,
right.
right. Okay, how many?
I don't know. I need the numbers again, but we need to
Okay.
actually do this properly.
So I need
However-
How
some,
much do we need? 600.
600.
600.
How much does each machine make?
Yeah. At the moment, with the current number, 37.5 is the
36
original.
36 at the moment.
37.5.
You need 16 machines all at 100%.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yes.
There we go. Nice and easy.
And the
First
16
things first,
means
then.
that
The original 16
feeds
was
300
correct.
Yeah, 360
So-
quartz in.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So it's the numbers in and out was right, but with number of machines was wrong. That's
It's
okay.
because
That's
we
fine.
were doing. We took into account this 5 to 3 and then used the wrong one.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's-
Or 3 to 5. And
the
so much
weekly
as we could
warning,
do-
we are playing the Pratt version of Satisfactory.
Well, we're playing it. Full stop.
Yeah.
That's the way it works.
Yeah.
Exactly what you said. Yeah, 100%. So what we'll do is just extend it by another 6 because we could go high and low and other weird shit.
Where's
That's
the
not bother.
gerbil gone?
Good. Under
wanna-
it says, during
I'm doing a
yesterday's
test run.
thunderstorm,
Oh.
my wood balcony was leaking through a window frame.
Right.
Wow. Is
That's
it
not good.
damaged at all? It sounds like it's a thing that would
We've
be
got enough
damaged.
stuff. I've got turn it around.
I don't think. Oh, I might have.
Engineers who can't do math sounds legit. Dude.
Constructive,
Oh, you're
right?
building one as well now. Okay, you couldn't.
Oh,
see me
I don't
building
have
it, That's
to.
fine.
No, I can't
you're
see
good.
you doing it. Are
No,
we?
you do
Are
what
we
you-
there? Is that it?
Yes.
No!
No.
No!
Point
No,
out silly
no.
what my job title is then, shall we?
What happened was it was perfectly fine, and then as I
It's-
pressed the
well-
button, my finger slipped.
It's worse than that. What it is that I've got lazy with maths. I could do it, but I really can't be bothered. That's what it is with maths for me. Yeah, I know. I hate it with that last little mouse movement. When you go to press the button, it moves a tiny bit, and suddenly it builds wrong. Are you taking it down, or am I? You doing it? Okay, you got it.
Yeah, all of us, I think.
Cool. All right.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, I've got a degree in engineering, and more than, well, was it more than 15 years ago, I went to IT instead because I'm better at it, and I enjoy it more.
Which is
So
fair.
yeah, I did loads of maths, Jesus, and yeah, it was just a nightmare. It's physics. I wasn't very good at physics, I have to admit. Mostly because I spent all my time doing maths homework. They told me I should do further maths, so I did further maths for a year, and then they turned around to me after a year and said, "No, don't do that anymore." I went, "But I've done all genuinely," and I was meant to be doing physics as well at A level, and they went, and afterwards I was like, "But I used to do nothing but maths homework, and I'm not doing half of the. That just makes no sense." Yeah, damn, Jim, it's a doctor, not an
Oh,
engineer.
what are they-
You are a doctor. I agree with you. Where have you built it? You haven't built it underneath, have you?
No, I haven't built it at all yet. I
Okay.
couldn't.
Raining. Would you like me to?
Couldn't build it because.
Oh, you ran out of.
There you
no,
go.
got it,
Is
got
that right?
I'm going to say yes, and then wait for you to move the mouse again. Yay! Right.
That's
I'll do the
apparently
belts
that's
and the-
worked. I haven't seen it yet because I
Yeah,
can't
that's
see
building,
it.
it's fine.
So that's,
I'll
that's
do
the
the
thing.
conveyors and the. Well, I'll do the.
I'll
vertical
get the
conveyors
the
first.
power and the things in as soon as I can see the
Yeah.
machines.
This shouldn't take too long. I'll just do the whole.
Oh, what did I
thing
do that
half,
for?
Then I'll drop it back. I'll put it back. Won't be as efficient doing it in one big chunk, but we'll be fine. Ooh. There's a lag there. Did somebody drop off? Don't crash.
I'm
Don't.
fine.
Oh, no!
What?
No!
What?
Cock.
Have we crashed?
Cock, cock, cock.
Vimus has crashed. Vimus has crashed.
That's a bad thing.
You were a chemistry savant. Breaking Bad could have been me. Sully in New Zealand, that'd been amazing. Yeah. All right. Send a yeah, Ram. Exactly. How much of what we've just done has been fucked up?
Most of it, I would imagine.
I'm just gonna go back.
Hopefully, I've still got lots and lots of bombs.
I've just
One
seen
thing we
Sully's
should
stuff
do-
in our Discord about the boats as well. They're very nicely done, sir. Very nicely done indeed. If you want a link to our Discord so you can see this stuff, there it is.
One thing we should do
Yeah.
is after we do a big blueprint, we should save
it
the
to restart.
game.
We hadn't finished it yet.
I know, but we build the blueprint, we do a save, we connect stuff up, then we do another save.
I know. We're going to rely on an autosave here, I suspect.
So that's a lot of saving.
Well,
It takes a while.
yeah, you wouldn't have to do it with everything, but just with the big
Feels
stuff,
good, man.
with the really big factory stuff. Otherwise, this happens.
GG helps a lot.
This is why we reduced it. No,
Here
we
it
made
comes.
them less often, didn't we? The autosaves,
Right.
not more
We
often.
made them less often because they were annoying.
If I load it.
This is...
Okay, it is...
And now you wanna
Oh,
save
God, it's a
more.
long time ago.
Oh,
That's
no.
13 minutes. It hadn't quite got to the autosave yet, people.
13 minutes. We were that close to an autosave.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
bloody
2
hell.
minutes away from an auto... We're a minute and a half away from an autosave.
Oh dear.
So why is Behemoth's gone crazy though?
Yeah, Behemoth. What is Behemoth do? Why? I pressed the button.
I don't know.
You pushed it for your. You responded to the command,
Yeah.
but then also
Yeah.
your auto message track ticker posted it as well.
Oh, I see.
I mean, you know,
Great success.
goes without saying. Sorry. Oh dear. Balls.
Another
Harry, do
thing
you want
to
the link
find
or not?
is 15 minutes and
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah,
asked.
it's probably not worth me coming back on.
Sure. Are you in a safe place to leave it, or does it matter?
I should be. If you could double check that I'm getting normal Nobelisk into the bottom container of where I was standing.
that was longer than 13 minutes ago.
It was, but just double check.
Yeah, mine would. Can you check that for me? Because I don't know where that is. Right, the game is up.
I can't
Still
even
got
get in the
initializing.
game yet, so.
Okay, so where is it at? I'm just looking. Oh, the little bit of jiggly pokey with walls and belts and stuff I haven't finished yet. So
All right.
that's. I'll carry on
Just,
with that while you guys loading in.
Just got an email. If anyone's interested in Secret Lab stuff at the moment, they have up to £200 off their chairs at the moment. They've got their mid-year sale on.
Yeah, that's cool.
I know some people like them. I've got one myself. I've been very, very pleased since I bought it. Smells a bit, but then, you know, you get used to it after a
Well,
while.
we don't need that. I don't need it to smell a bit. That's just not
It's
on.
well, it's got memory foam in it, and until
Oh,
the
God, yeah.
chemicals that make the memory foam burns off, it smells for a bit. But it didn't take too long to dissipate. It was a couple of months, and it was fine.
Now, Sully is going to put Ramstein on while he nukes warships.
Undet says this is why programmers mash Control and S more than once. Yes, it is. I can tell you that photographers
What the
do it as
hell?
well, and video editors, especially those using Premiere. Even though there's backups for all of those things, especially the ones using Premiere. Those of us who are on
Premiere just
DaVinci,
cry a lot.
those of us who are on DaVinci Resolve and have got fast machines, they get every single button press saved as a thing.
Yeah.
It's great. Really
DaVinci's
good.
excellent.
It really is. That was the
Right.
best move I've ever done going from Premiere to DaVinci. It's just been
Yeah.
incredible.
It looks so
Absolutely
much
incredible.
nicer as well. I mean, I don't know. You know, it's just sexy.
It's
right.
just it's just not Adobe. That's a
That
big
helps.
thing. I don't
That's
mind
a big
Photoshop
help.
and Lightroom because that feels like a sort of photography thing, but
Yeah,
in the editing thing, it just didn't feel right. And I was used to using, I'd used Sony's one at college,
Oh,
and I
fuck's sake.
used Lightworks and
Vegas.
Avid and things like that. Yeah, Vegas.
Yeah.
This one. And it just doesn't feel the same as any of the others.
No, Edius. It feels fair. I mean, I think Willow knows more than I do about this, but it looks. It's got a certain feel of Edius to it to a certain extent, which is quite nice. But yeah, we'll see. Shall I drop this factory thing in, or are you going to return?
No. Well, I'm coming on.
Why
but,
is that red?
I've got fix it tip number 7. We own you, which is probably true.
Well, they
at
just
this
did.
Point.
They just did own
Yes,
us at that
they
moment.
just
Indeed,
did,
They
that's true.
took us. They did us over that time. I don't know where I was at. No, I was building this, wasn't I? You are a dwarf. Is he on a small hole? He's
It's a small hole. It's a small hole.
Small hole. I'm gonna throw this blueprint in if I can.
I saw Spotify have now rolled out their AI DJ to the UK now.
We've got AI DJ.
An AI DJ.
Yeah,
That's scary.
So it kind of puts in a bit like, oh, now I'm going to play you a few tracks that you listened to recently, or here's a few bands that we think you might like, sort of thing.
In other words, it's not AI at all. They just rebranded it. It's the new branding thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's their same algorithm that they were using before, isn't it? That's
no,
they called it AI.
Because that was what their radio, wasn't it? If you had a band you liked, that was this band's radio, and they did exactly the same thing.
Thank you, mate.
What this does is
Pleasure as always. Have a good one, mate.
All it does is it just switches between those playlists every 5 songs. It just picks a random one.
Right.
Saying, here's a song by this band and bands like them. Well, yeah, you're just playing their radio, aren't you now?
Yeah.
How many do you need to do? 3. 3 is enough.
So yeah, just every 5 songs it decides, oh, I'm going to play this one instead.
Recommended for me today, Billy Joel, River of Dreams, and Meet Glenn Campbell.
Oh, God. Somebody joined.
And a mighty window. It might be me.
I hope so. I'm just converting all the things to the correct versions of stuff. Of course, I didn't check what exactly it was that got me kicked off and blew me up in the first place. The chances are that me doing what I'm doing right now may
do an overlap check.
An overlap
An
check.
overlap check.
I don't know what it was doing, but
It was an overlocker check. Then I know it was probably the Great British Sewing Bee, so that's fine.
Oh, don't. So
it's a big.
in Formula E,
there
are two British drivers called Jake.
Oh right, yeah, okay.
So if whenever they go up against each other in the shootouts, they say it's another episode of the Great British Jake Off.
Oh no!
Oh dear!
No!
That's wrong.
That's terrible. That's worse puns than we do.
Yeah, I know, and that's saying something.
Right.
That's
exactly what
really
we're not
bad.
sure.
Undead says, I actually got into the habit of save mashing from Valve Hammer Editor. Making maps in VHE is torture for constant crashes. Hammer Editor is known in the Source Engine community as the most horrible tool to work with.
I can't remember what the original Unreal Tournament map editor.
Oh yeah.
That was another one which it's. I mean, we are genuinely going back 20 years now.
Yeah.
Isn't that 25 years old this year or something?
Oh, it must be. Yeah, no, it might be. It might very well be.
Oh shit, wrong. It's something like that.
Cigarette Vertigo.
Is that what it was called?
One of the maps, the very first one where you started coming to weightlessness when you're doing it.
Oh.
In Unreal. One of the first maps you come across is called Ziggurat Vertigo.
I remember Unreal was amazing. Right.
It's the Doctor Who's 60th this year as well.
Right. Okay.
And you don't think, because that started in 1963, you don't really think about that as something that is, but that's old, but it's in my lifetime and it's got old.
Yeah.
And yet it kind of was, because it was
it was old when we were born.
It was old, but it wasn't ancient. Now it's ancient.
I don't know. Everything that's in black and white I consider to be ancient.
That's true. But it finished in 1989, so it wasn't, it wasn't...
That's true. I mean, when I was a kid, it was Sylvester McCoy, wasn't it? Oh, no, it was before...
we had...
Peter Davison.
We both would have had Tom Baker, the last year of Tom Baker or so.
I wouldn't have known about it then.
Baker. Because I remember it, but I was so young at the time, but I actually still remember it.
Doctor Who was
Peter Davison was after that.
Yeah, then it was Sylvester McCoy.
Then it was Colin Baker for 2 years. Then it was Sylvester McCoy.
Oh wow! Okay.
So that period in the 80s was basically Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy. So
Nice.
that's our generation's doctors, I guess.
Now, oh, my head, my. Well, I was like, why can I hear a chainsaw? I couldn't see where it was. It's above my head. I've got the arm bottom
Half-Life,
again.
apparently, Half-Life is 25 years old this fall.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm back in the game.
And we're still waiting
Nice.
for the next Half-Life installment.
Yeah. And actually,
Yeah.
next
waiting for
year,
longer.
I will have been self-employed for 10 years.
Ooh,
Ari, yes, we have explosives.
interest. That's
Good.
nuts.
It is, isn't it?
That's cool.
And in the last few
I
minutes of the
wonder
stream,
there.
I'm going to head over to my nice quick area to log back in. For next one.
Yes, I will
Yeah.
log in just in time to log out again. That's
the idea. Yeah.
so
I'm
something's sort of starting to happen because everything stopped. That's how you know something happening in.
Yeah, I start hearing sounds.
well, I'm
next,
worried
and then-
actually.
Yeah, there you
I've
go.
built a load of stuff. I don't know where your body is.
Well,
Ramrod,
at the moment, it's
you two.
inside. I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm
we're
back at the
finishing in the next
storage.
10 minutes anyhow. So
That's where I am. I'm back at storage.
That's okay. Ramrod's off for his dinner. Enjoy Din-Dins.
Have fun and eat lots because
Yeah,
lots of
that's the idea.
food is good.
That is cool.
I
There's some
obviously
things that we know
don't
about.
listen to me for nutritional advice.
Or me, for that matter. Never a good idea. That's all. Yes. Have a nice one, dude. Thank you for being here as always. As always.
What have I got? Concrete wise, not enough.
There's gonna be
I'm
an
now
input
trying to
from
remember
that
what I
side.
picked up last time so that I can pick it up again and not be
Yeah.
left with
Trying to
stuff.
think when I
just
put a
missing concrete.
floor hole in. If I go up here and into that one, off a splitter there, then send one up that way. If I do it in the middle, in line with that, it's gonna be a pain. So I put the whole that side, splitter this side up. That'd be the input. And one in there, and then one going up through a hole in the floor. That might work. Actually, we'll keep it tight to the machine. Okay, here's the challenge. Floor hole. Where's it going to end up being? So that will be the floor hole there. We'll have the thing there. Maybe there? No, we need to go further over than that. So I need a splitter. Standard splitter.
Oh, well, we're missing a lot of power.
A couple of things with power. Yeah, I think you were working on the power at the time it went down. Or not the time it was saved. Sorry, apologies. I'll put that there. Will that line up? Not really. Okay, let's move it back a bit. See if I can get it. Try there instead. So if I do that, grab ourselves one of those. Doesn't look like it's going. It's a bit too. Yeah, it's not good enough, is it? So if I pop it. Ooh, glitch slightly there. Don't know what's going on there, but it did.
Yeah, there was a glitch there. Something
Right, got out of a train.
Ah, okay. Don't do that. Don't get out of anything. Don't touch anything. Alright, is that too high? Yeah, it's too high, isn't it? Because it's at that level. Actually, is it at that level? If I grab that and put it over there, is it flat? No, that's alright. And if I grab that again and bring it across to there, that would work. So if I then grab this, do it that way, change the direction, like
Why
that. Will
is
it
that
auto connect?
saying no power?
No.
Because it's connected to the wrong. That's why.
It isn't right. It isn't right, is it? It's not
It ain't
right.
right. It's not right.
No lad. Ah lad. Ah lad. No lad. Ah lad. Wrong direction. Change direction to that. That's going to be the input. We're going to bring it underneath.
Why are those saying no power? Because that's not connected to
And
anything.
then-
That's why.
We want a hole above. We're going to go there. So that's going to be... Is it on the join? Yes, on the join. Probably about, I'm guessing, there. So take it from here. Like that. And then we go same again. Go 1, 2. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that.
If power is sorted, recipes are... Oh, everything's underclocked again.
Oh, we're not going to underclock them anymore, are we? That's
Nope.
why. We don't
Oh,
need to
okay.
underclock them now. So that's that input done.
Well, 4.5 hours of seconds. I'm going to head to bed now. Have a good night, Even says. Thanks ever so much for coming along.
Yeah,
It's been
absolutely.
great hearing from you again, and hopefully see you again soon.
Yeah,
Have a
absolutely,
good
dude.
night. Have a good night.
Snooze well. I'm going to do that. I wasn't going to do anything underneath, but we're going to go with it for now. And we'll put one of these on the end here. We'll probably put a whole wall around the whole thing, to be fair. And then for the minute,
One of those days where I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I've got lots of work that I can do,
yeah.
but I don't know where tomorrow is actually going to take me. So it's
On an adventure.
going to be interesting.
It's going to be excellent.
It may not.
No, it will.
You
It
never
will be
know.
brilliant. It'll be amazing, beyond words, in fact.
I'm
So the
not sure it'll
silica...
be beyond words. It might be beyond meat. Might be,
What-
yeah.
I've put the silica output into the new factory. As you do.
Okay.
There's
Whereabouts
a bit
is
of
that
tidying up
coming
needs
in?
to be done. So it's coming in along
I
there.
see.
And it goes along on the floor, then it goes inside and splits in half. One goes to
Yes.
one set of machines and one goes to the top set of machines through a floor hole. Which is
Lovely.
great.
Okay.
And then it leaves the one in the middle kind of open so we can run it from the road a bit easier.
Sure.
That is an autosave.
That feels
That
like
is
an
not a
autosave.
crash.
Another one.
That is not a crash.
Good. We need an autosave.
15 minutes since we.
Restarted.
Since you loaded in.
Wow.
Oh, I'm in a different place altogether. Where the hell am I?
Fallen.
What have you done?
Yeah, I must have done.
Yeah, you did. You fell.
I must have done.
So, okay, so we just need to get, I've got to work out how I'm going to get the quartz across the factory from where Harry brought it to. Thank you, Harry, for doing that. We'll work that one out. I'm wondering, actually...
This is what we need to know, clearly.
I did wonder whether or not we just plumb it into the other quartz belt, but actually there'll be too much quartz on the belt then.
Yeah.
So it's not worth it. You
It
end
needs,
up wasting
it needs
quartz.
a separate belt, doesn't it?
Yeah, I didn't want it to, but yeah. it
Should
does.
we go?
It's
We've
a
got.
full belt of 780, that one.
We are on half past, but do you want to go and have a quick look at it just to see where it currently is?
Well, yeah, I'll see where it's got to. Right, so we'll leave that
Right.
factory alone for a minute. In fact, have I left the sign? No, no, I've got to put the sign back.
You've
because
got to
I
put the
forgot
sign
about
back.
the sign.
Yeah.
Must put the sign back. I'm doing a gerbil, but it's actually it's not a jokey sign. It's not the gerbil signs are always jokey, obviously. But they
The
usually
connection has
Simple.
been completed.
Well
What?
done.
Yes, yes, we've
Well
just
done.
done the one full circuit on the new interstellar line,
Right.
and it all works. So now I can start putting more trains on it.
So if I come along here, so the loop-de-loop. Now, gerbil.
Yeah.
I was going to set you a challenge,
Yes.
but now you've done that. You just built a loop, so I don't know if my challenge to you is this. At the moment, you've got it. So at the top and bottom of that loop, that whirligig,
Yeah.
there's a signal, and only one train can be on the loop at any one point in time.
Right.
I was going to suggest you put a second corkscrew inside the existing one in the other direction.
Can't be any tighter than that. That's the tightest to
No,
corkscrew.
not that
can go.
tight. height-wise? Do you see what I mean? So that you don't have you can be going up and down at the same time.
You want to make it a double helix?
Yeah. Can you do it? Rather than
Well, that's what
waiting.
it's already doing.
No, it doesn't.
No.
It's
No,
a single helix.
Ah.
say look, it's
I mean, I know it sounds. I realise, and I love it. It's brilliant. The fact it works is amazing. Genuinely. But I remember us trying to climb the mountains on the other side of the map, and thinking, I can't be asked to wait that long. So I wondered if it was possible. I don't know if it's possible, whether it would actually work.
well, technically, there's no clipping, so the problem is
Is it a height problem then?
it's not a height problem. It's actually an access problem at the top and bottom.
Oh,
so,
right, okay.
Because if you think about the way it spins, if you take the one nearest where I am at the moment in time when it comes down, that
Okay.
was planned to go round a left-hand bend, effectively, all the way
Yeah.
down.
Okay.
Because that way I will come out on the right-hand side, which will then link into there. In theory, yeah, I could do something like that. I would need to put
Would
the
it?
layers back in again because I've deleted all the.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, maybe not this one then. Maybe a different one at another point in time.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, I mean, I know the sequence I would use. I just need to probably start at the top and work my way back down again.
Because you end up making two lots of the same thing, just a bit tighter, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, well, I don't.
Basically, it goes 3 out, 1 full 4 down, step sideways, and that's effectively how you do it. It's a 3x3 with a full.
Is that all it is?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it
yeah.
4-3? Is it 4-3 by? It's a 3x3, and then you do each section as you go around.
Yes. Yeah. So where
That
are you?
answers
Where
the
are
question.
you? Yes.
I'm looking at the one by the storage.
You're there. Okay, yeah. So if I were to put a helix in,
1 second. Can I get to it without falling out the sky? Nearly. Come on, give me the power. There you go. Yep. Okay.
okay, so I would say we'd probably come in at here,
Yeah.
and then we go. Where are we? Oh, I'm waiting for it to set. That's the only problem when you're in this. There you go. It's set. 2,
Right.
2, 3. So you would start there.
Right.
And then you go 1, 2, 3. Then you go up.
So it's an offset square. Okay.
And then you're back this way. So you're constantly. So the thing itself goes from there. Well, in this case, because it's so close to that, but
Yeah. It clips into it.
yeah. You would effectively put it on that square. So rather than offset, I mean, the way you would build an offset a helix like this is I would probably do it both at the same time.
Yeah. Because that'll be easier to sort of line up then. That's cool. Because
Yeah.
it also means that if you aren't happy with how far apart they are, because right now fitting it inside might be too tight for a train. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
if you do a new one,
I mean, if you do a new one, I mean, if I start that there,
yeah.
or even if I start that there, you will find that whilst technically you can get into into there, because we haven't got a one that goes before it. So you would effectively have to again mark it on. Oops, sorry. 1, 2, 3. So there you go. Bring it onto here.
Wouldn't it go in the same direction as the existing one though? Otherwise, it'll have to cross at some point.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
the problem with, I mean, obviously this is where you get into the fact that it starts spiraling.
Yeah, you want to
And
expand in the same direction as the
Yeah.
existing track.
Yeah. All right, don't worry about it for
it's,
now. But
yeah,
that's cool. I just
I think it's sort of doable if you
yeah, I know what you mean.
stagnate it so that well, like Ghostbusters, the streams will never touch.
Yeah, that's
just-
the idea. Yeah, exactly. It's
Then
leaving
I
a gap
think you
between.
can do it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Remind me, Maya. Yeah, that's brilliant. Minotaur, question I've got for you. Remind me. What was the reason they said don't put trains in the blueprinter?
I
Does it break it?
don't remember.
Yeah, okay,
I
cool.
didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I think it was update 6. I don't know if they fixed it in 7 or whether they said still don't do it. So you were right, Mistress. I just don't know what the breaking point.
Oh, I see.
Was.
Right. Yeah.
Because it would make it so much faster for gerbs if you could blueprint like a
The
quarter.
lot. Yeah, of course.
And then you could just turn it through 90 degrees, go up a level, turn it through 90 degrees, go up a level, and just
Yeah, fine.
interesting.
Yeah.
It would be worth trying it on a
I'll make a save of this
on a
game
save.
somewhere at some
Yeah.
point, and then
Yeah, somewhere where
randomly
it's
try
not
it.
going to
Great to
break.
back up.
Oh yeah, many backups, many backups.
Yeah.
Well, today though, thank you, Gerbil.
That's okay.
Today though, we've done quite a lot actually.
We have done quite a lot. We've
Completed a factory
built.
for our stuff.
Yeah, we've built another factory for our other stuff.
We
Not
have.
quite there yet, but it's nearly there. It's just putting stuff in.
Well, once the quartz goes in,
It's there. It's done, isn't it?
then that factory's running.
Yeah.
But we need to look at circuit boards next. I think that's the next one we got to.
That is the
look at.
next
I know-
thing. Yes. Yeah.
So in fact,
I know
I
we've
might-
got like high speed connectors and motors and things, but the circuit
kind
boards
of-
we need to make the stuff that we're doing. So that's important.
I'm gonna. Well, where should it be? Well, there probably isn't enough typing space left, so I'll worry about that at the time. But yes, it is the circuit boards that are next. All right, beautiful. So what's coming up? Are you all in the right locations? What's coming up the rest of the week, Mr. S?
Well, the rest of the week, tomorrow, we'll start off with tomorrow.
Yes.
We are going to be doing some more Minecraft. Now, this is Minecraft Stone Block 3. We've been playing it for quite a while now. We are at the kind of the end game period, but there's still a pretty long way to go because when you say, let's automate that, it takes us weeks of time to get all the resources and stuff to automate. However,
Silverfish.
Silverfish, yeah. This is what we're working
Yes.
on. We've been working on Silverfish for about a month now. Just that.
I need like 16 more warm shards. And
Yeah, so we've got Ari working on a dragon egg. We just need one dragon egg, and then we've got as many dragon eggs as we want. But yeah, there's things that need doing, and we're getting there slowly. But yes, we've been doing
Everything
blood
we're
magic.
working on is towards
There's-
a dragon egg, technically, at the moment.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're right. Yeah.
Yep.
So there's a lot of that. But that is tomorrow night from 7 o'clock. Same time, well, different times because it's 7 o'clock. Same channel, though, for both of these things.
Exactly.
And we've been quite enjoying Stone Block, I think, in general. It's been quite an
Yeah,
interesting
refreshing
pack.
change.
So, yeah, do come and join us for that. Also, Friday, we have Vimus, who is going to be streaming MechWarrior 3. And then
MechWarrior
we're
Online,
back, of course,
not
with
3.
this. MechWarrior Online, sorry.
I'd like to do 3
I don't
again.
know which
I hadn't
one's
thought of that.
which.
You give me an idea now.
We're back with this on Monday, 7:30. So do come and join us for all of those things. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow night. Until then, thanks ever so much for watching. Goodbye,
you.
good luck, and have a great day tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
No.
Right.